Monday, and we had a meeting about the show. Strofe cried, Brad sat in the corner, and Kyle yelled, and I was perfect.
Yeah, who buys that?
Nobody. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. List is more. Did I summarize everything that... yeah, Luis, how did the meeting go?
Obviously, Ben didn't listen.
Would it be to nobody's surprise that it went way over? Slided for an hour, went for like an hour and a half. So much to break down.
Hour 42, I believe, was my final count.
And we had a rush at the end.
Yeah, that was very rushed at the end.
Meeting went well.
Out there.
Nothing that we have to let anybody know.
Still employed.
We're here. If you're happy about that, clap your hands. And if you're not, well, we're happy to hear you.
I cried.
Yeah.
Tears. True tears.
Bawling.
I thought I was
that Gen Z energy.
Thought I was doing a really good job. After today, I'm not so positive on that.
Well, one of those things where I don't eat, like, we have a whole plan, right? We did this show meeting to get better today, hour 42 minutes. I thought we'd put together a really good show plan today.
Yeah.
And that plan had a deuce drop on it.
Yeah, it did.
Literally.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because we have children in here. We have two. I realized I work with two children. It was one in Ben Brust, because this is Ben Brust energy, but this time it was Alex Strofe energy of leaving little gifts and droplets behind for his teammates.
Drop the kids off at the pool, Strofe?
Yeah, I took the Brands to the Super Bowl.
There's like, we could call into some question some people's level of sanitation, right, Ben? And I believe Homer said they don't wash their hands after going number one. Like, we could be repulsed at that, but there's maybe a world where it's not so bad. What Strofe just did was assault the entire office.
It was.
Unquestionably.
It wasn't
the
on
truth
purpose.
and the only truth.
It wasn't on purpose.
What happened?
So we got done with show prep about 1:52. I said, guys, I've had to go potty for a while, so I will meet you downstairs. So I come downstairs. We have two bathrooms right down here. I relieved myself, and I looked at my phone or my watch in my left hand, and I went, oh, my goodness, it's 1:58. I got to get ready for the show. So I panicked. I wiped a couple times.
Not enough, problem. Not enough.
Only a couple?
Yeah, that's the
3 or 4.
Based off what I was told, the piles you left in there, you needed to wipe about 10 times. 10 times. I know right now you're a little itchy between your cheeks.
No, I'm okay. There was nothing on the last sheet. So I washed my hands, walked outside.
Used 20 napkins to wash your hands.
I'm getting there, Kyle. Relax. I grabbed an absurd amount of paper towel on accident because I was rushing. I was panicking because the show was about to start. So I ripped off. Legitimately, Kyle's probably not exaggerating. It was probably 13 or 14 paper towels, which was way too many. Way too many. And so Tony Cartagena from the Thanalysis show and Kyle were down there going, how many paper towels do you need? And then one of the two, I don't know which one, went into the restroom and said, well, whoever was just in there didn't flush. And I go, oh, no, that was me. So I turned back around, I flushed the toilet, and I ran back in here, and I'm in a tizzy, as you guys witnessed.
Didn't wash your hands?
Goodness.
I washed my hands after I flushed, or after I
Did either Tony Cartagena or Kyle Wallace see what was left behind from Alex Strofe? Not that I want to know specifically, but like, come on, dude.
That's a very, very revealing thing to see from somebody.
Childish.
As the victim here, I will jump in. As I was going into the bathroom, I was about to go get some food. I was going to wash my hands before I went to go get the food. Walked into the bathroom, saw everything that Strofe needs to change his diet, dispelled from his body, no longer going to get food. And my bit of advice would be work in some fiber and maybe a water, for God's sake. This man looked like Brad Nortman's Weed Man hat. I'm telling you.
That's brighter than the yellow sun.
I told Strofe I'm colorblind and I can see the yellow. If he was in an NFL locker room, he would look at the chart that says you're hydrated or you need to see medical assistance immediately. He's close to needing the doctor.
Well, he drinks his Mountain Dew all day.
One, it was disgusting. Like, it was. I started. It's terrible. Terrible thing to do to your teammate.
He can't even speak.
No, it was. I started gagging. I thought about going to get food, and I was like, I don't. Nope. I'm no
why
longer
are you
hungry.
trying to get your camera to work a little better, Strofe? You want people to see your beautiful face after you just cleansed your body?
Oh, he's cleansed, all right.
It's just
Emptied.
grotesque. I'm glad it was you and not me, Tony.
I am so pissed.
Yeah, I would have been. It would have messed me up. It would have threw me off. I would have been mad at Stroh for like the next hour.
Formal apology. It was. I was rushing. It was not.
Is there ever any excuse for not flushing the toilet?
Well, okay, now in my defense, we have a
No. There's no defense.
Yes, there
Objection.
is.
Objection. It is
Was
muscle
court now?
memory. You're done, but boom.
No. It's not here because upstairs we have a larger bathroom and all of the toilets are automated. They automatically flush. And I guess since I used that
So you're
one yesterday-
blaming technology
but
right now.
your
Since it's not an
toilets-
automatic
That's
toilet,
correct.
it's
That's
not your
exactly-
fault.
that
But
is
your
exactly what
toilets
I'm
at home aren't automated.
Right, but the flusher is in a different position at home where it is easy to give me a subtle reminder.
I just think it's interesting that you literally sat down, got up. You did not wash your hands in that bathroom. You got up, you touched the doorknob after using the bathroom. You touched the doorknob with your fecal matter on your hand.
No, I use that bathroom to wash my hands. I just use the paper towel to dry.
Oh, okay, that makes it less better. But you still,
Less better?
you still got up and
More
you left
better.
without flushing. No, it doesn't make it any better. That's what I
More
really
better. More better is a double.
I feel bad for Tony Cartagena because that is an image that will be
can't get
forever
out of your
seared
head.
in his brain. Forever.
It's not
Pile
going
your
anywhere.
poop.
He probably has memories he'd love to remember, but just can't. But that will be a memory he would love to forget and never will.
Am I?
Ugh.
Uh-oh. Where's this going?
Am I bad?
He's going to make it about him somehow. Here we go.
Sometimes I go number 2 at home, and I purposely don't flush to leave it for my fiance to be like shocked.
Yeah,
No,
you're
you
bad.
don't.
Doug,
That's-
it
no, you have
stinks
to be
the
lying.
place.
Only when I'm so proud of what I've put out.
What do you mean proud of what
Wait,
you
why
put
are you
out?
proud?
It's poop. You're not a baby. You're a grown man.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's I'm like proud of myself. I'm like, that came out of me. Yeah, let's go.
So do you go tell her to say, "Hey, fiance, come
no,
over"?
I don't.
You let her discover it surprised?
Yeah.
That's disturbing.
Ben,
That is utterly disturbing.
Yeah,
Let me give you a piece of advice.
Oh yeah, you right now? You want to give me advice, Mr. Non-Poop Flusher?
I mean, you're the one who's bragging about your fecal matter in toilets that you want your fiance to see.
only when it's a good one.
Kyle literally
good
yelled,
one.
"Get out" to Ben's fiance last week, and I was like, that's a little tough. I second that now, Kyle. Yeah, you get out while you can.
I was just about to say, if in the next few years you receive a stack of papers, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh come on,
This is-
guys.
that is emotional assault.
I would throw a fit because you realize like that must of poop gets in the air. It
Think
makes
about
it
it.
warm inside the bathroom.
Do you
Toothbrushes
close the
everywhere.
lid?
Yeah, so when she opens it up, it's like shabam! Wow,
It could be in there for hours.
But here's
Or
and then,
hours.
and then she has to sit down and pee.
It's not a firework. It's not like, wow, what a great surprise.
There's nothing.
What
She
was
doesn't
the-
want this.
How did you come up with this idea? Because a rational person doesn't have this thought process of, wow, I'm so proud of this.
You know
I'm
what?
gonna let
My
significant
therapist
other-
once told me you can't have a rational conversation with an irrational person.
You are an
So
irrational
maybe
person.
I'm the irrational person in this scenario, Brett.
When they
so
told
if
you
you're gonna
that,
try
what do
and
you
figure it out, you're not gonna figure it out.
What's her read? She must say,
Oh,
please stop.
She's like she gets really really mad and I laugh and then she ends up laughing but like mad but like laughing but like actually mad but it's still kind of funny.
Ben is so obsessed with making things about him that you guys had a perfectly. Strofe gave you a softball segment to just pile on to Strofe being disgusting here.
I just wanted to be honest.
You guys could have dragged him through the mud for the next 25 minutes, callers, text, the whole deal. And then Ben said, nope. Strofe, your honest accident is actually something I do on purpose to the mother of my child. Strofe,
Stinky Ben.
you are vindicated.
Stinky
Ben.
Stinky Ben.
Bruh, I defend you way too much, but come on, man.
You do defend them entirely.
This is like a middle school locker room prank.
John chimes in. Yeah, well, a lot of people are saying this. Chris on the car was talking text line. I get it. Ben is in middle school, confirmed. John, I'm wondering if the meeting happened today and if you were looking for feedback yesterday, and I'm very surprised if it already happened and we're talking about your various bowel movements today.
In our defense,
You know what?
This
we need
wasn't the
more?
plan, John.
It was shocking.
Yes. It's not like we had the meeting today. He said, you know what we need more of? We
Poop
need more
talk.
of this kind of poop conversation.
No, we did not. I'll admit this. One time I was in a bathroom at a high school for a college fair years ago. And I went inside the bathroom, and I actually still have a picture on my phone because I was so... Because Ben talking about he's astonished.
We're starting over.
Why?
Thank you.
Brought Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a great day to be alive on this Wednesday. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman, our Super Bowl 50 runner-up. Poopy Pants Alex Strofe running the show. KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. We were given a 10-minute practice session before today's 3-hour show. I thought it went really well. We received feedback from management after our meeting today that you guys are going backwards, so that you should reset and start the show. So here we are with you, KBN Nation, at 800-990-3776, on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Well, it's a Weed Man Wednesday here, guys. Yeah.
Weed Man Wednesday. I will say, I do feel a bit weird. You guys are wearing your Weed Man shirts. My Weed Man hat.
Where's your shirt? You always wear your shirt.
I always wear my Weed Man shirt. It's not clean. We have like a pile of laundry in the laundry room that's not clean. And I wore it for, show prep. And the show last week, so good 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
It's dirty. I refuse to wear it again. I will not wear something if it's been worn for even a few hours. It's time to clean it.
I legitimately wore this last week as well, and I took it off and put it in my little drawer and put it back on for the show.
Well, how many weeks in a row would you do that?
Oh, I'm probably not washing this for another month.
A month?
Yeah, I'll give it a good 5 weeks.
That's gross. I mean, I might be on one extreme, but a month?
What's the rush? I mean, what are you doing? You're not walking around in it all the time. You're just wearing it a little bit and taking it off.
Yeah, but it's going to stink, doesn't it?
No, I smell pretty good.
Are you a sweater? Do you have like bad?
I mean, I sweat. I'm a pit sweater. I'm not going to lie. Hand in the air. I'm not going to put my hand in the air because then I'm going to reveal it.
Reveal it. Let's see.
I smell pretty good.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. You got it.
It might have dried a little bit. I was sweating in the meeting.
No, but I can see that it dried up.
Yeah.
Of course, Brad was sweating in our all-team KBN meeting today.
Don't be too harsh on me, guys.
No sweat here. Yeah,
I would say that KBN Nation was more negative towards me than the own show was in the meeting yesterday.
Yeah, we love you, Ben. We can't have you broken down. We need you. We need you so I can stay employed.
I love me the sandwich, right? The compliment, criticism, compliment. That's the healthiest way for anyone to take a bite of it.
I would say the big takeaway from the meeting for me is Brad's bad at being mean. Mm-hmm. He's really bad at it.
I take no enjoyment out of it.
I noticed.
Not fun at all.
Yeah, only these
hurts.
two evil folks take
You called
enjoyment out
me
of being.
brilliant when you were supposed to be insulting me.
Yes,
I
that
did
is
start
true.
with that.
It was a compliment
That
sandwich.
was crazy.
Brad is
I
the
believe
ultimate
it, though.
compliment sandwich guy.
You have a brilliant radio mind.
I agree.
The schedule releases
Thanks, guys.
tonight for the NFL. And I can't wait. Alex Strofe, following the weekly wager on 94.5 ESPN, will doing a schedule release show with Gabe Neitzel. Make sure you tune in to get all the odds and ends and what you need to know for the Green Bay Packers. But what is confirmed is that the Packers will be playing at home week 1 against the Detroit Lions. And I'm not going to lie. I'm sick of losing to the freaking Lions. This is not just week 1. This is more than week 1. This is a statement that the team can make. And this isn't like to me, I truly believe this isn't a May 14th trying to say something because you have nothing to say other than waiting for a schedule release. No, this is huge. And then we're going to tell you why week 1 is huge for the Green Bay Packers next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
So they are lucky. Those other teams, whether it's Kentucky or whether it's Oregon or was it TCU?
That was TCU.
TCU, they're lucky I didn't play in that game. You got upset by a bad team, TCU.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Truck drivers, the job you have today might not be the one you want tomorrow, and that's okay. At Schneider, our transfer team is here to help you if you decide the job you picked isn't the right fit, or if you come across life changes that require a different schedule or home time. Last year, nearly 2,000 Schneider drivers transferred to different opportunities at the company that better met their lifestyle. Find the driving job that fits yours and your family's needs. Apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Are you dreaming about summer in your backyard yet? Landworks handles projects of all sizes, from a cozy pocket patio lush with greenery to a grand outdoor hosting space and everything in between. Locally owned and operated, Landworks prides themselves on exceptional customer service and a personal approach to all of your landscaping needs. The Landworks team of experts will work closely with you, making your property shine all year. Experience the Landworks difference. Visit landworkswisconsin.com. That's landworkswisconsin.com.
Calling all collectors, the Wisconsin Card Show is back May 16th through the 18th at the Baird Center in downtown Milwaukee. Whether you're into sports cards, Pokemon cards, or chasing down autographs from Wisconsin sports stars, this is the place to be. Meet Churio, Contreras, Terrain, and more legends from Wisconsin's hometown team. Don't miss this 3-day event packed with vendors, memorabilia, and must-see moments. Tickets and full details at WisconsinCardShow.com. That's WisconsinCardShow.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls. Right now, get 50% off your windows plus no interest and no payments for 12 months and a free entry door with your window purchase. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, this is Michelle Voskel, CPA and team member at Right Choice Tax Resolution. We have talked with a number of new clients who told us the same story. They had a tax situation and went with one of those national firms with the TV and radio ads. You know the ones. They guarantee they can settle your tax owed for pennies on the dollar. They take a $10,000 fee up front, and then you never hear from them again. We are a local firm and just want to help you resolve your situation so you can get on with your life. Don't let your bank account get wiped out, your paycheck or Social Security get garnished, or a lien put on your house so that you can't sell it or get refinanced. The state can even put a hold on your occupational license. Make the right choice and call 844-222-1192 or visit rightchoicetax.us today. Schedule a free meeting so we can talk and come up with a solution to solve your situation now. It will not go away if you bury your head in the sand. The first meeting is free. Call now, 844-222-1192 or visit rightchoicetax.us.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. It's Weed Man Wednesday. Weed Man for the win.
It is a Weed Man Wednesday here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. You, as always, can chime in at 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talk and Text line, or see our beautiful outfits and faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. For the first time ever in Matt LaFleur's tenure as the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, sources, better than mine, are saying that the Green Bay Packers will kick off the 2025 NFL season at home against the Detroit Lions.
All right. Home game to start the season. I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. But it's not just like, this isn't just a week one to me. It's not just week one. This is an opportunity. This is a home game. It is week one. There are 16 other games to be played, but the opponent matters. The opponent matters a lot. This is a divisional opponent that has won the NFC North 2 straight years. They have had your number way too often. Like, it's probably not talked about enough. Probably because it's bad. The Packers are 1-6 in their last 7 games against the Detroit Lions.
Oof.
Does that not trigger you? Because it triggers me.
That's worse than I thought.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's worse
The
than I
last
thought.
time the Packers won was a game worth celebrating, Thanksgiving, which was part of Jordan Love and an incredible part of the incredible run in 2023. That is the last time the Packers beat the Lions. And I know Kyle's doing this thing. Is that true?
No, I remember Aaron Rodgers.
They
last
ended
game.
the season.
Yeah, ended up season,
Yep.
and then,
they had won 5 or 6 straight before they came into Lambeau Field, knowing that they were not going to make the playoffs.
It was a character
and
game.
Ended the season of the Packers, and that character game
catapulted
them to who they are.
Sure
they
is.
built an identity, a culture, and a foundation. There are some shifts in their foundation right now. They did lose 2 coordinators to 2 head coaching jobs, but the talent on the field is there, and it has been their division. And I don't like that. I love the opportunity. This is a game for the Green Bay Packers to show what you're about, who you are. As an organization, you can send a message to the entire NFL, you can send a message to the entire fan base, and you can prove a message to yourselves about what you're about. There's been too many times where it's the Saints game, or it was cool. They lost to Philadelphia out in Brazil. They're going to be luckily Jordan Love was okay and they figured it out to make the playoffs. But it's time to make a statement against the Lions. That's why I would probably be saying the same thing if this was week 6, the first time they played. But it just so happens it's week 1. This is who I'm circling. I don't care about the Eagles or whatever. You need to beat the team that you're playing twice a year in your division that's gone further than you in the playoffs the last 2 seasons. They have been better than you. It is time to make a statement and change that week 1 at home at Lambeau Field and catapult the confidence and not just be like, oh, we're still young and learn. No, it's time now. It's time to go.
Yeah, the bulk of my entire life, the Packers have been the bona fide reigning supremacy of the NFC North, right? That really hasn't ever been in questions. Maybe some blips here and there, but the Detroit Lions are now the kings of the NFC North. And there is no better time than week 1 at Lambeau Field for the Green Bay Packers to reclaim supremacy of a new look NFC North. And why do I say new look? Usually the last couple of years, things have stayed generally in motion, right? The Vikings are a threat. Kevin O'Connell, the Bears always stink. The Packers with Matt LaFleur. The Packers are the teams that have changed the most over the last several years. Yeah. And the Lions have been building this new franchise. But a huge participant in that is Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn. They're 2 coordinators. I am telling you, even though they won't say it, behind closed doors, the Lions players, the Lions coaching staffs, they're wondering, can we be the same team without those 2 guys calling plays, doing the X's and O's, a little bit of doubt? And I'll tell you what can further introduce doubt to the Detroit Lions is a whooping on Lambeau Field. So if you want to send a statement, you want to introduce doubt to the Detroit Lions and put your stake in the ground that this young Packer team, Lions, you had your chance, you blew it. Now go back to where you belong. Still be a good team. But if you want to make a statement about NFC North supremacy, early on, because you said week 6 of the Detroit Lions, let's say it was later in the year, I agree with you. It would be among the bigger games of the season, no matter when it's played. But the fact that it can be week 1, when they're probably already wondering, what are we going to be like without our offensive and defensive coordinator? You can slam the door on doubt with week 1.
Yeah, see, with the Green Bay Packers not beating a really good football team last year, that makes this week 1 matchup against your divisional team. I'm not going to call them a rival, even though we 1-6 against them. They not a rival yet, but against the top team in your division.
Why are we so scared?
They're not a rival.
But they've done better the last 2 years. They've won the North. They've made it further.
You
the
need
playoffs.
a little bit more history. That's all I'm saying. You need a little bit more history. But The Detroit Lions, they are the top dog in the division, and this is the chance. Last year, we went into the season, and Brad talked about how that was a game that mattered against the Eagles in Brazil. That could be a statement game. We said it's week one, it's only early. Turns out that was a statement game because the Eagles beat us week one, and then they beat us to put our season away during the playoffs in the wild card round. So when I look at this game against the Detroit Lions, this is a statement game for the Green Bay Packers because the Packers have lacked consistency since Aaron Rodgers has left. We have not had a full season where we've seen this football team put together a full 18-week, 17-game schedule. We just have not seen that. And so this is a chance for the Green Bay Packers to say, we have taken the next step. In Detroit, the team that Ben told us is we're 1-6 against, the team that won the NFC North the last 2 seasons, the team that was the 1 seed in the NFC last year. We coming for y'all, and we showing y'all there is a new king of the North. We need to set the tone immediately, and this is a huge franchise-determining game for the Green Bay Packers because if the Packers lose this football game, Brad, you talk about doubt. For the Lions.
Good point.
The Packers potentially have some doubt as well because there's a lot of question marks going into this season. They have not proven anything yet. At the quarterback position, Jordan Love is still a question mark. We know he's going to be good, but how great is Jordan Love going to be? We talk about the wide receiver room and all this drama. We're going to figure out whether that wide receiver room is finally going to take the next step and stop dropping passes and having all these diva moments. That offensive line, what will they look like? The D-line, that's going to be a big season for them as well. Linebackers, there's just so many groups that are unproven. And if week one, you can come out and make a statement not only to the division but the NFL that the Green Bay Packers have gotten their stuff together, that will set the tone mentally in your head and for the rest of the league to understand that the Green Bay Packers are here now. We have arrived, and it starts week one against the Detroit Lions at home. It's time to cook some lion in Lambeau.
Well, it's important, too, because combining what you both said about, introducing doubt and also the Packers' history against the Lions, it'll be the same old story. Packers can't beat good teams. Mm-hmm. They're 1-5 against the division in 2024. Mm-hmm. I would hate to have the same storylines and narratives and threads start with that in week one.
It ends week one. For all that garbage they talked about, it ends week one. Hit them in the mouth, set the tone, and let them know we are here. The pack is back, like Jair said.
Yeah, and I know one thing that our producer Alex Strofe said last year was, week one, it's kind of a preseason game. Like, it can't be here. Yeah. There is no reason to have any doubt, as we keep using that word. We probably could hit the sounder for the amount of times we've said the word doubt in this segment. But it literally applies for both teams. It does. And I was going to go there, Brad. I'm so glad you did. If you lose this game, you are now 0-1 in the division, 0-1 on your schedule, and the same narrative. I don't want to open up the phone lines on Monday after the Sunday 3:25 game to open the season and then say, all right, here we go again. Are the Packers a good team or a great team?
Oh, they came back. They got down. The team came back.
They battled. We're gonna be fine.
I'm sick of that. I'm not doing that next year. I'm not. Ain't no battle. Ain't no moral victories. It's time for these young boys to show up and show out.
You know what I'm curious for? And we're going to get this as the season comes around. Will Matt LaFleur change his preseason plan in preparation for this game? Because it seems like he would be letting his players rest and sort of, hey, we're going to work into the season. Like you said, there's no working into the season. You better, when the ball gets kicked with 15 on the clock in quarter one against the Detroit Lions at Lambeau, everybody better be rust knocking off. They're polished. They're ready to go. I don't know the answer to that because you want to be healthy, but historically speaking, maybe you play them a little bit more so they're more ready.
No, this team needs to come out ready to go day one. They need to come out with an edge. They need to come out with an identity. Like, he needs to make sure that these guys are primed and ready to go. And there needs to be a certain level of intensity and level of competition come the preseason. So when they get to the regular season, they are hungry and they're ready to show the world what they got. Like, there needs to be a change because that one drive, one touchdown, whatever it was, and that was all Jordan Love had, that wasn't enough. It was not enough. The team did not seem like they were in rhythm early on in the season. And if it's, a couple more than one drives or having them play 2 games and not playing too much, the Green Bay Packers need to make sure that well-oiled machine on offense has some consistency and cohesiveness as they walk into week one matchup, a big matchup in the division against the top dog.
If we're being honest, it's a tall task because you do have no Christian Watson. You're trying to integrate a wide receiver who's a rookie. You're trying to see what Jaden Reed can do in year 3 now after leading the team in receptions and yards. Where are Dobbs and Wicks? Is Tucker Kraft going to have that big impact? Like, whatever Matt LaFleur is cooking up, I don't want you to play the long game. I'm serious. The long game ain't working. It's time to show what you're about week 1 against the Lions and take back the confidence and swagger that the Green Bay Packers have had over this team right now. There's no more if we do they came back. No. As Kyle would say, bumps that.
No more.
Put out or show out.
You only get so many. You got 2 years. I gave the Packers 2 seasons to be young, to be immature, to be a developing football team. You had your 2. Now at this point, as you just talked about, you got guys in year 3 and year 4 at positions that are weapons on the offensive side of football. Josh Jacobs is year 2, and he found himself last year. Ain't no more excuses for anything. Matthew Golden, he should be okay. Listen, he should be fine. I'm making an excuse for him either. He's a first-round pick. You need to go out there and you need to perform like a first-round pick.
We've seen first-round picks perform very well in that draft position the last 2 picks.
Yeah.
Jordan Addison and Brian Thomas Jr. So we know the capabilities of wide receivers. And Goody himself at the Combine said you can get wide receivers first or second round because there's a lot of them that are able to produce and play right away. He went even earlier than we've seen since 2002. It's time to put the big boy pants on.
Yep.
Am I right, Diana, on the Carpus Talking text line?
I know he's not very. I know Jordan Love's not very vocal, but it's time to put the big boy pants on and look at the boys and say, "Come on, let's get this."
Let's put Diana in the locker room. She'll get them all pumped up. 800-990-3776. Make a statement. Week 1 against the Lions. In order to do that, everyone needs to sing Kumbaya. Adam Schefter joined Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning on 94.5 ESPN after he put out a report about Drew Rosenhaus and Jaden Reed wanting to make sure he was reassured in his role with the Green Bay Packers. We'll hear from Adam Schefter from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We've called him Whitey Tighties. We've called him the Hall Monitor. He's Jesse Nelson. He's just, I am Jesse Nelson. Kyle, you're Jesse Nelson.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your Pell experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait. Get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025.
Nestled along the shores of Lake Michigan, the Knickerbocker Hotel offers a timeless escape in the heart of Milwaukee. Immerse yourself in the rich history of this iconic landmark where charm meets modern luxury. Picture yourself enjoying breathtaking lake views, luxurious rooms, and dining at one of the finest restaurants in the city. Whether you're visiting for a weekend getaway or a special occasion, the Knickerbocker promises an unforgettable experience. Your perfect stay awaits at the Knickerbocker Hotel. For more information and to book your next stay, visit knickerbockerontheLake.com.
The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe. June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust talking about our friends at Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of your house this summer and go to Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road circuit that has hosted some of the best races since 1955. Spring Vintage Weekend with the SVRA is up next on May 16th through the 18th. Camp on site all weekend and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
It's WTMJ's Brandon Snye with Leslie Smith and new general manager from Wisconsin Harley-Davidson, Craig Brogue. Guys, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks, Brandon.
Nice to be here.
Now, if people are out there, the sun is getting warmer, the temperatures are rising, and they want to start your next adventure of riding, Craig, what can you tell me about what that dealership out in Wisconsin Harley-Davidson in Oconomowoc has to offer?
Well, when you purchase any new 2024 or 2025 Street Glide or Road Glide Harley-Davidson motorcycle and pick up your Super Promo, you choose from a free install of a Stage 1 upgrade, a day tripper, or slip-on exhaust. There's no better way to start your riding season with your bike today to hit the open road just the way you imagined.
Sounds like a fantastic offer. Now, after the purchase is made and you go and you take advantage of this incredible offer, Leslie, there's lots of events that Wisconsin Harley-Davidson has cooking up. Let's begin with May 17th.
Yes, May 17th is our Bikes, Blessings, and the VFW. So you ride with us from New Berlin. It's the VFW post in New Berlin, 5716. It's a bike blessing benefiting the VFW. A day of riding provided by the Rock River chapter, food, live music, and there's just so much more that we have to offer at the dealership. Can't make the ride? Stop on by for individual bike blessings provided by the Christian Motorcycle Association.
That sounds like a fantastic event. Again, that's May 17th. But, Leslie, the fun doesn't stop on May 17th. What do you got coming up exactly a week after that?
Yes. So our fun, I love doing this ride, our annual honor celebration. On May 24th, we have our annual honor celebration. Join us for a day of remembering and honoring our nation's heroes with a ride to Wisconsin Memorial Park, as well as a car and bike show, live music, food, local vendors, and us, of course. A great day for the whole family.
You had me, Leslie, at live music and food. Again, that's at Wisconsin Harley-Davidson. Let them, Wisconsin Harley-Davidson of Oconomowoc, fill up your summer with riding adventures. For more information, go to WISHD.com. That's WISHD.com, or follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I might not be able to get this out of my head, and I'm not talking about Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm talking about the fact that the Packers have a huge opportunity week one at home, the first time ever in Matt LaFleur's tenure, to have a home game against the team that has had their number. They're 1-6 in the last 7 against the Lions, who have won the division 2 years in a row and have gone further in the playoffs. It's time to buck the trend. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Alex Strofe running the show. KBN Nation, listening on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it if you haven't, or call, text the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776, or engage on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Over to Alex Strofe.
We have the NFL's Christmas schedule, which was just announced.
Oh. No Packers, no Packers, no Packers, no Packers.
Merry Christmas, Kyle. No Packers.
Hey!
Merry Christmas, Strofe. No Packers.
And Thanksgiving, allegedly a morning day, so not looking too shabby for old
morning
Green Day
game?
game day.
Yeah,
Meaning like the 11 o'clock against the Cowboys?
It's said to be noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern.
No,
that would be the Lions. So we're going to play the Lions on Thanksgiving again?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Did you guys not see this?
I did not see that
Week 1 and Thanksgiving are your matchups against Detroit this year.
I believe the second game, also a good game, Cowboys-Chiefs. But yeah, to knock out
Cowboys-Chiefs is interesting.
Yeah.
Why didn't we just do this 2 years ago?
Do what?
The Packers Lions on Thanksgiving.
We've done this the last 2 years.
Yes.
We did it last year as well. They played the nightcap.
No, I mean, you're right.
Against the Dolphins,
Day, but I'm talking about the Lions. Man, what? The Packers are not a Thanksgiving team, NFL. Stop doing this to us. Some of us like our Thanksgiving.
Do you remember our over-under on Thursday? They've played the third most Thanksgiving games of any team in the NFL.
But isn't that complimentary of the franchise? Like, people want to see the Packers. They associate them with big moments.
A lot of that has to do with the Packers and the Lions sucking and playing the Packers. But like right now,
why don't you like it?
I don't really want the Packers playing on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, but you're not giving me a why. You're just complaining.
Because now my Thanksgiving goes from being able to watch other teams and enjoy my Thanksgiving to actually if the Packers lose, I'm upset. The Packers win. Like 2 years ago, oh great. Last year,
so you expect the NFL schedule makers to think about your emotions when trying to draw the best amount of people to watch a game.
There's 32 teams. Let us get a break.
This is a compliment to the Green Bay Packers.
The good news for you, Kyle, for the first time in 2 years, they will not be playing on Christmas, and I don't believe there's any games on Christmas Eve this year. So
no New Year's Eve game.
New Year's Eve is a Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Well,
I wouldn't put it past them.
They don't care.
I wouldn't either.
You play Saturday night, you play Wednesday.
As we're looking at it right now, it looks like the only holiday you have to worry about with the Packers is Thanksgiving, and it's in the morning, meaning if you do Thanksgiving dinner, it's after the game.
But we know if the Packers lose, Kyle, you won't be over it by then. So most likely
he's going to get a lot if they lose. Do you eat more or less
that's
if
really
the
good
Packers
question.
win or lose
so
on
good.
Thanksgiving?
I eat less if they lose. I eat more if the game's on while I'm eating. Because nervous eat. So
yeah.
So right
Intake
now,
of beverage goes quicker for me when watching things.
Many more carbless for me when I'm watching the Packers.
It's just like a instinct.
Yeah, for sure.
And next thing you know, you're like, oh, hey-o.
Actually, if they win, I'll probably eat more too because I'm happy.
More dessert, maybe.
So more if they win, more if it's during the game, and
Actually,
less if they lose.
I know
Because
to be
I have a
fact.
feeling it's going to be more for you all three scenarios.
Well, him saying dessert after the Packers are beating up on the Dolphins, I was just walking around like a happy camper, eating pie, doing everything. I was like, look at this, baby.
So
look at it.
As a fan, is it worth the potential, like, the holiday becomes significantly better if the Packers win, but there's a risk that it gets worse if they lose? Is it worth that trade-off as a fan perspective?
It's not. It's not. I don't want my holidays to have that type of emotional swing. It's a day to be happy. Nobody wants to be around a grump on the holiday. I don't want to be the Grinch on Thanksgiving.
Are people as emotional as Kyle Wallace? Do people carry their emotions into Thanksgiving dinner if the Packers lose at like 2:00 and then 4 hours later?
It does seem like a long time to carry that on a holiday.
Yeah, I think
800-990-3776. Are you a bigger, better fan than Kyle Wallace?
Wait a minute. Time out. When you lose a game, aren't you upset?
When I played? You're not on the team.
When you lose or win a game,
you wouldn't even make it as a ball boy based off the knees that you have.
If you lose a game, does it make you upset?
This is better. Over to the KBN Sports Desk with Alex Stroh.
I guess I never finished my Christmas update. You will get an NFC North matchup.
Oh.
4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central. It is the Detroit Lions visiting the Minnesota Vikings on Christmas Day.
Interesting game.
I mean, that's a good watch.
That is a great watch.
So
Christmas Day?
Christmas Day, yes, on Netflix.
What's the other game?
The morning, or I guess early noon game. The noon game is Cowboys at Commanders.
Oh.
Poor Cowboys fans. They got Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Look at the Commanders getting the Christmas Day game. Jaden Daniels.
And opening the season in Brazil this year.
With the Eagles?
He's the new darling. He's the new darling of the NFC.
I want Jordan Love to be
It's not in Brazil. It's just in Philly.
Really?
They won the Super Bowl.
Who's in Brazil this year?
Who's ever playing Friday? Give me a second. I'll look it up.
Okay, yeah. Doesn't matter, yeah.
But this is
kind of matters.
Why are we doing Alex Stroh's show? Alex Stroh has the scheduled release show tonight at 7:00.
Well, we don't have everything yet. This is fun. We're having fun.
I do love that they make a big deal out of
excuse me. I lied to you. It's Dallas at Philadelphia for the opener.
Dallas. Oh, yeah, Philadelphia. I love how the NFL makes a big deal about the schedule release. But, like, literally, I think there's like 4 teams whose entire schedule's already out, and the Packers schedule.
Brazil is Chiefs-Chargers.
On the Carbless Talk and Text line, Jason chimes in. Absolutely. We true fans carry emotions about the team's win or loss.
Sure do.
Kevin chimes in on the holidays. Definitely like Kyle, as all my in-laws are Bears fans. So if the Packers lose, it's twice as bad.
Wow.
Gotta listen to these losers.
Oh, my gosh. Poor Kevin.
Losers.
Seriously, that's a tough
Especially when they're not even playing, and then when they play, you're not around them when they lose in stupid fashion.
I hate when
losers. It was fun when I recorded my nephew when the Hail Mary happened.
Oh gosh.
I believe it was time again. There's so many Bears games that ended in tragedy.
First down.
Spot of the fall. They had they didn't use their timeout. They had one timeout left, and then Caleb Williams bleeped it up. And I was chirping my little nephew. So yeah, it is fun, but it's not fun if the Packers lose, because if you're there with your in-laws, Kevin, you have plenty of material.
Yeah.
Jamie in Orlando, anytime the Packers would lose, I used to hate it and just ruin the rest of the day.
No, it does.
The older I get, the less it bothers me. That's called time and healing and perspective.
Yeah.
Jamie, are you a fake fan?
Wow.
I hope
Strofe is calling you a fake fan.
I hope if I'm ever blessed with children, that maybe seeing a smile on their face could make me feel good. But for some reason, knowing thyself, I'm going to say, what you smiling for?
Well, do you think you're going to be like 80 And watching the Packers and getting bent out of shape about it?
My nurse may make me not watch the Packers. But Mr. Wallace.
For your health, Mr. Wallace.
You can't. Your heart rate goes up. We told you about this.
Mr. Wallace, what did I tell you last weekend?
I'm confused. Why is your future baby girl not there?
Oh, I mean, okay.
Why are you in the? Why are you just automatically putting yourself in a nursing room without baby girl?
No, she can be there too.
She killed off his future wife.
That's not what I'm saying.
At 80.
I'm saying that she
or divorced.
No. We don't use that D word.
Which one's more likely?
Right, Kyle.
Never mind. Let's not do that.
Come on, Strove. What's more likely? 800. This is what Strove wants to do. 800-990-3776. I'm not doing it.
Doing that one. I love my baby
I just
girl.
wanted to point out that he fast forwarded to 80 years old, and next thing you know, he's in a nursing home by himself.
No, I went
baby
by
girl.
myself.
Told what to do by the nurses.
She'll be worn out from telling me for 60 plus years. Well, I guess 50 plus years at that time.
God bless you, Kyle.
God bless her. How about that?
Yeah, that's for damn
Can
sure.
you imagine an 85-year-old? Come on, Packers, dang it. Get my blood pressure high. I'm actually very concerned.
Get to the quarterback. It's been the same thing since 2025.
Yeah.
I can't believe. Here we go again. Here it is. Another 15 years ain't worth Super Bowl. Ain't worth Super Bowl since 55.
What's wrong, Mr. Wallace? Oh, nothing. It's the Packers.
Oh, I'll be a problem in a nursing home.
You would be a disaster.
More than one problem, I would add.
Yeah. KBN Nation, this was an amazing feeling to have my neighbor literally stop and stare and say, how'd you get your grass to grow green and longer than mine already? It's called Weed Man. It's a Weed Man Wednesday here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, where I have that lush green, weed-free yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare and tell me, boy, that's good. And I told him, just have that golf course quality fertilizer and effective weed control come by with Weed Man by going to weedman.com and getting 50% off your first treatment. Half off at weedman.com. It is kid and pet friendly, which is a must in the Brust household. They will take care of you. I can't get 80-year-old Kyle in the nursing home without a baby girl out of my head.
Hey. Listen. Y'all leave me alone right now. I'm watching this quarterback, the Packers guy. He good. He remember that Jordan Love boy. Y'all remember him? Throwing touchdowns.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Ben's pretty good at impersonations.
Hey, he's pretty good.
I will give him that.
Either crush him or suck at him.
He's pretty good at faking it.
Yeah, being a faker.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 20th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Baltimore Orioles.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in May 20th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
The Bog in Saukville is Ozaki County's best golf experience. 18 championship holes designed by legendary golfer Arnold Palmer cater to golfers of all skill levels. Settled amongst over 250 acres of beautiful private land, the Bog offers a truly unforgettable golf experience. Play the finest greens of Wisconsin, and after your round, have a signature cocktail while enjoying our Friday fish fry from the clubhouse overlooking the 18th green. It's time to golf, Wisconsin. It's time to enjoy the Bog.
Hey, it's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. May is officially the kickoff to home improvement season, and now is the time to tackle those big projects you've been putting off. Right now, during the home improvement season sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payments for 12 months, and you'll receive a free entry door with your window purchase. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you
you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SAND25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SAND25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SAND25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Did you hear that? That's the sound of me earning rewards on all of the purchases I make with Educators Credit Union's debit card. Whether I'm buying groceries, putting gas in my car, or knocking down pins at the bowling alley, I can earn major rewards points. I can redeem my points for cashback, gift cards, concert tickets, travel experiences, and a whole lot more. Join Educators Credit Union and start earning today at ECU.com. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Oh my gosh, Strofe. I just saw that you texted back because you were Jaden Reed. Like Chewy said on Jen Gave and Chewy, do you like me or do you like me like me? He just wants to be liked by everyone. Jamie or Jaime in Orlando, please let me know which one it is. Please spell it phonetically on the talk and text line so I can get it right. He chimes back in at Strofe after Strofe called him a fake fan for not letting the losses of the Green Bay Packers affect him as much.
Oh, fake fan.
Jamie Jaime chimes in, I've been a fan longer than Strofe has been alive, so he can bite me on the whole fake fan thing. When you have children, you learn to not let a game ruin your day and be a total bleep hole around your kids. I hate it, but you have to learn to move on to the next game. Strofe chimes back, I'm just messing, Jamie. I would actually never accuse anybody of being a fake fan. Ha! Strofe.
That's
the ha is nice.
I was obviously kidding. I mean, I think we all knew that.
But, like, you needed to make sure that he knew that you were kidding. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to sleep tonight.
I was just messing around.
The same way you couldn't sleep after you called Homer an old man to his face.
That one shook me more to the core than this one.
Strofe,
yes.
if you're not good with somebody, like for whatever, like interpersonally, do you find like you can't sleep? It takes over your mind. Do you feel the need to reconcile quickly?
I think we've got a. Well, yes, I do find the need to reconcile quickly, but I think we've got the wrong taste of me. I am not a critical overthinker. I'm just not wired that way. But there are certain
triggers,
interpersonal relationships that would lead to overthinking.
And you and Homer's one of them.
I would say Homer, who I have a ton of respect for, calling him old, it did shake me to the core.
I mean, it's not calling him old. It's the way you said it.
It was the tone.
You said watch your mouth,
old man.
Watch your mouth.
Old man. He said watch your mouth.
That is
you watch your mouth, old man.
You watch your mouth. I just love that so much. Yeah. And it's Jaime, and I can call Jaime his correct name.
I told you.
Yeah, I don't know why I ever thought it was Jamie. That's not how you spell Jamie. So glad I got that right. AJ is on the team of he couldn't eat a thing after the Packers lost last Thanksgiving. It was a liquid dinner all night.
Wow.
Wait, the Packers didn't lose last Thanksgiving.
The last time they lost on Thanksgiving. Chef Ed's been alive for a long time and been a Packers fan since the 60s, and he still gets very, very angry when they lose. Now,
What's so funny there?
The same guy every day.
Every time.
What happened?
Michael in the 920, I love you.
All right, so to bring our audience in.
Yes.
Michael in the 920 is a sometimes frequent texter.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go back through the catalog of every text he's ever sent to ESPN Milwaukee,
every show, Jen Game and Chewy, Wilde and Tausch, us, Homer Hour, he has texted that screaming is not good radio and that he's turning us off.
Oh.
But he does feel the need to tell us every time he apparently
just shut us off.
Oh, I'm
Shucksy
sorry.
doodles.
Maybe tomorrow we'll try again.
Try again, Michael. No screaming
tomorrow,
tomorrow.
Michael.
So before we get to a perspective that I look forward to from Brad Nortman, who has more expertise looking at an NFL schedule than any of us, which is interesting that, you know, you got Alex Strofe and Gabe Neitzel doing a schedule release show and then no actual NFL players breaking it down with them. But we can do that here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. But, you know, home is like a safe space, isn't it?
I would say so.
Yeah, it's like a comfort space. And so yesterday I was sitting on the couch and I was actually preparing for our show meeting, and then my fiance sat down next to me and we needed to get something done for the wedding. All right, I can do this later. Let's do this. And as she's working on it, like, I don't know, I'll say how it is. I pick my nose a little bit when I'm on the couch. Anybody else pick their nose when they're home?
No, I mean, usually if I have boogers,
Strofe,
not
occasionally, yeah.
Yeah.
I try to throw it away.
I mean,
For maintenance, hygiene.
Yeah.
I was picking my nose and she'd say, like, stop. Like, I'm like, okay. So, like,
Something you do frequently, huh?
it must be. But, like, I got to the point where it's just like, damn, can I just pick my nose in peace?
Oh, wow. You snapped on it like that?
I'm a little bit on team fiance. Because,
Really? It's my home.
Because
Let me
there's-
pick my nose.
But Ben, there's trends. You leave messes behind.
Toenails.
You leave her surprises in the toilet. You're picking your nose. There's just too many trends where it's a breaking point. Everybody has their breaking point.
He's not Spanish. It's just Jamie.
Wait a minute. Wait. Time out. Wait.
I read the phonetics wrong. He gave me the phonetics Jayme.
Which is Jamie. Somehow you
Where
thought
did you
that-
get high from?
Wait a minute.
Jaime.
He thought Jay equaled H.
It's Jaime.
His name is Jamie.
I think I just convinced myself he was.
What exactly did he text back?
He goes, I'm not Spanish, J-me. J, not pronounced like an H, crying face emojis. My bad. My bad, Jaime.
Jaime.
Yo, Jamie, I'm not going to lie. You're going to be Jaime forever now.
Just what you wanted, huh?
Jaime in Orlando.
Jaime. What?
Ooh, tell us about the American Family Insurance Championship at TPC, Wisconsin.
He had me fooled. I didn't think anything of it. But something I'm thinking great about is the American Family Insurance Championship as it returns to Madison with two new exciting changes. Wisconsin's own Steve Stricker hosts this PGA Tour Champions event June 6th through the 8th at its new home golf course, TPC Wisconsin. The AmFam Champ also debuts a new competition this year, y'all. It's a two-person teams will compete in best ball and scramble format. Yes, you heard that. Two-person teams will compete in best ball and scramble formats. The American Family Insurance Championship is June 6th through June 8th. Get details and ticket information by visiting amfamchampionship.com. That's amfamchampionship.com. I will see you there on June 6th at the American Family Insurance Championship in Madison.
Brad Nortman played in the NFL for 6 years. The way we look at scheduling may be different than what he does and others do. The schedule releases tonight for the NFL. What do you look for as a player, and what should the Green Bay Packers be looking for in this season schedule release? We dive in 2 short minutes across ESPN Wisconsin.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey, Bucks fans! Enjoy Michelob Ultra at 3rd Street Market Hall, Milwaukee, Brought Stop Kenosha, Bullwinkle's Brookfield, Curly's Waterfront Pewaukee, and the new Fashion Milwaukee. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Great impressions will exceed your expectations. Great Impressions Graphics and Printing. They've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years from their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee. Their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great Impressions, perceptions, everything.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
It is a Weed Man Wednesday on Kyle Brust and Nortman. I'm Ben Brust alongside Packer Backer. Rides and dies, no matter what the result is. He is with his teams till the very end. He is Kyle Wallace. And our Super Bowl 50 runner-up, longtime NFL punter Brad Nortman here with us. Strophy's running the show. You, KBN Nation, where I might get your name right or wrong, can always text in or call at 800-990-3776. Or watch us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. It is schedule release day. And no matter what happens, I still stand by. I will not be able to get over the fact that the Packers play week 1 at home and they have a golden opportunity to make a huge statement to the rest of the NFL, to themselves, and to us. And I very much look forward to that. But there is more to just one game. I understand that, but this is big to me. Brad, take us through the mind. Put us in the locker room. Are you talking to more than just the specialist when the schedule comes out?
Well, I'm a part of the scuttlebutt, if you will, of the conversations involving the schedule release, because every player is doing the same thing that we're doing right now. Now, they might have gotten a chance to put it in their hands a little bit earlier. Usually,
really,
J.J. Jansen, Graham Gano, and I, we would be hammering the PR guy, like, dude, just give us the schedule. Come on, give us the schedule. Usually, we'd get it like the morning of. Here's what I would be looking for, and then I'm going to tell you what my teammates would be looking for. I'll start with me. Start with the punter, Brad Nortman, playing for the Carolina Panthers or Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is something that is also universal for the rest of the team. When's my bye week? It's a long season. And like when anything that's a long, enduring process, you look for how can I break this up into chunks?
Is 18 weeks really long?
Yeah.
Dude.
Kyle. I mean, I was a punter, so my grind wasn't the same. But these dudes grind.
July
and grind
to January is long, huh?
Yeah.
It's playing a physical sport where you're literally supposed to beat each other up. Bash
it's like
each
a
other.
mini car accident.
No, I mean, I'm just saying you get a pretty long time off. Too.
Well, ask any NFL.
Says the man who came from education.
Yeah, well,
right. I work 12 months a year.
We'll ask Brian Balaga how his body fell to week 10.
No, I mean, I get it. I get the physical grind. I get it. All right.
I don't think you do.
And there's stress and all that. So when's the bye week? When's the Thursday night week, right? Because you want those to be spaced out. As much as you don't like the short week of a Thursday night, you love the mini bye at the end of it. When's my bye week? When's my Thursday night? The other one is when are the holiday games? Holiday games are fun. I'm not going to lie. I liked them. I liked playing on the holidays.
Did the rest of the team?
It depended which holiday. I think guys generally liked. I don't think anybody would like Christmas Day. So that was not a thing. We basically still let the NBA have that when I was playing. I don't think anyone would like Christmas Day. There's a bit of history. There's a bit of excitement on Thanksgiving. So to do that for me once was a lot of fun. But the national games and the holiday games, that were always a thrill. But now deep into the mind of Brad Nortman, when are my cold games? When am I going to have to go play in the cold? I know I'm going to have to play, for instance, the Chicago Bears. Am I going to have to play them in September or December? Big difference. And the biggest thing was for me, when am I playing Devin Hester?
Oh, wow.
When am I playing Darren Sproles? When am I playing Trindon Holiday and
Tyreek Hill?
Josh Cribbs.
All these great
those guys.
returners, huh?
Yeah, you're like, when am I going to play them? Is it going to be in a dome? Is it going to be in the winter time? Is it going to be early? All those kind of things.
You prefer the winter?
No, I prefer early on. It's hard.
Why?
Because in the wintertime, it's harder to hit a good punt. You're more likely to have a bad punt, giving them more opportunity to take one back.
I thought maybe it gets slowed down by the conditions, but I guess you're thinking about
The punt suffers much more greatly than their speed. If anything, they stay fast and everyone else gets cold. So like that would be my concern. Was I was always looking at matchups, and to move from that, and I would always look if we're playing the Packers, which I did 3 times in my career. When am I playing the Green Bay Packers? Cool. It's always a fun game. Now this goes like more than to the team. I would also be looking at those things, but you're looking for tough stretches. In any given schedule release, when you look at it, it's the same thing last year for the Green Bay Packers. You might have a stretch where you're like, oh, these are very manageable teams. Now, everyone in the NFL is good, but like for the instance of the Packers, they might have a stretch where they play the Panthers and the Cardinals and the Cleveland Browns all in one stretch, but they might have another stretch where it's like Baltimore, Philadelphia, and Detroit, all 3 in a row. Now, 3 games in a row that are tough like that, those will grind you. Those will be mental and physical gauntlets that you want to see. When are those? Are those early? Are those late? How are we going to be for it? This is a big one that people don't talk about, and you wonder, do players have sort of a mental Rolodex of, I can't wait till we play them? They absolutely do. Get back games. I remember it was always Seattle for the Carolina Panthers, the Legion of Boom, Russell Wilson. We played them like 6 times in 4 years. Usually they'd be bouncing us out of the playoffs. When we played them next year, when we play in Seattle. This year for the Green Bay Packers, when we play in Philadelphia. Now you know that one's already come out. But the Green Bay Packers, of course, they're circling week 1, and the Detroit Lions, they are circling that Philadelphia
Eagles. Packers, for the record, Monday night, I believe, November 10th.
Yes, at
Lambeau Field.
So not only are the divisional games huge that you're looking for national TV, bye week, Thursday night, those kind of secret rivalries that have slowly proliferated through the team and through matchups. Philadelphia is one of them. They started and ended your season last year. Yeah. They're the Super Bowl champion. So you're looking at that Philadelphia game and you're saying, when are we going to get our chance at them, particularly when it's a home game? So, I mean, the players are just like us when we talk about, who do they play when and what are the matchups?
I don't know if I like that, by the way.
The players are like us?
No, I don't like that the players are looking at like get right games.
Oh, I do. I like that. I like that mentality because I'm thinking when you're talking about this.
Because then you let off the gas and you give one of those up.
No.
Because you're already looking at it.
I mean, you just know it's human nature, Ben. Like there are certain opponents.
I don't want my NFL players to have human nature. I want them to win every game. Over to the KBN Sports Desk. I believe this is like breaking-ish news?
I don't know if I'd go breaking-ish considering we'll have the full schedule in 4 hours, but I do have the Packers Week 2 matchup following the Lions. They will stay at home for Week 2.
Oh, wow. Nice little run here.
It's a short run because the Packers will be playing on Thursday Night Football Week 2 as they host a team that was the runner-up in the NFC last year, the Washington Commanders. Thursday Night Football Week 2.
Oh, the NFL's genius, man.
Real quick, though.
Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love on Thursday Week 2 after a great slate of Week 1.
And usually Thursday night games.
But I just want to throw out, we have it's speculative, but apparently 10 games released for the Packers, and 4 of them in prime time, and that does not count the 3:25 game with Detroit in Week 1. So 5 of their 10 games so far that have been rumored or leaked are on national television.
TV.
So here's what's
NFL
interesting.
views the Packers well.
Here's what's interesting. Those are among the 2 hardest games, and this is why we say, what are our tough stretches? What are the implications of them? So now we know Week 1 and Week 2, tough games. The percentage of 0-2 teams to make the playoffs, 9.5%. So this is like whoa, Green Bay Packers, week 1, week 2, 4 days later.
You say that, but what I know Packer fans will say is we've defied the odds.
Show has
With Aaron Rodgers, 3-6. You did your little graph of 3-6 teams to make the playoffs, and the Packers out to that, which ended
jumped in Lake
us
Michigan.
jumping into Lake Michigan in the freezing cold.
Yeah,
but it is worth mentioning because that is a statistic you will hear around any game heading into week 2 for what was a good team in 2024. In 2025, they'll be like, they don't want to start 0-2. It hurts their chances of making the playoffs. Only 10% of the teams do that, and that's a big enough sample size that it is worth noting when you're playing the Lions week 1 and the NFC champion runner-ups in week 2. I love the opportunity for the Green Bay Packers, but they can't get off to a slow start. They can't for their own psyche.
Well, ironically, Goody claimed going forward at the end of last season, sense of urgency. There's going to be a sense of urgency when the season starts. There always is, but there's going to be an extreme sense of urgency because, like I was saying, how players like to break up the season into chunks, usually 4 chunks, 4 quarters of the season. Quarter 1 for the Green Bay Packers is going to be a gauntlet.
It seems like it. No cupcakes around here, and I'm excited for the Green Bay Packers to have this. Listen, for a team that needs to prove something, this is their opportunity. The first 2 games you play are against playoff teams. Against playoff teams that one team was a 1 seed, they got smacked, but by the Commanders. But you know what? They're still a good football team. The Commanders are an up-and-coming team just like you were a couple years ago. You got to be able to let people know and establish the pecking order of the NFC. You'll have an early opportunity to do that in the first 2 games of the season.
And here's why I love it. Is because both teams went further than you. And so it's not it's an opportunity for the team to be like, for each team, we have reasons why we need to prove something. Obviously, the Lions with the history the last 2 years and them being 1-6 in the last 7 against the franchise. With the Commanders, there is I want Jordan Love to show that he's the darling again. Him and C.J. Stroud were the darlings after 2023 at the end of the year. The darling of 2024 is Jaden Daniels.
It is. More film on him now.
Jeff Hafley, grind that film. Grind that film.
And I will say, when it comes to breaking narratives, right? Green Bay Packers, the narrative is, couldn't be good football teams. You got 2 opportunities right away to go be good football teams.
If they lose these first 2 games, I'm telling you this right now, this is big for the organization, big for the franchise, because it no longer becomes a narrative, it becomes a reality of who the team is.
It becomes an identity.
If you go 0-2 against 2 teams that are good football teams that people expect to be competing for something at the end of the year, everybody's going to think you're not real.
The amount of times that we say what, guys, on the show? Good, not great.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they'll be saying. But I like that the players are looking forward to these games. I like they're circling games on the schedule. I really like that. That's a good mentality from my perspective. As a guy who never played other than, a little bit of college ball, stood on the sidelines. But I like guys who are motivated by that. I like guys who are motivated by being able to get their get back, get their lick back, because you need to have some extra motivation. I think the Green Bay Packers need to have that chip on their shoulder the entire season.
The Brewers won, and I'm not going to be an angry person tonight.
All right, yeah, we needed this.
Oh, my gosh. 9-5 victory against the Guardians. Rhys Hoskins was an absolute dog.
Looked like
4 for 4, 2 home runs, or 1 home run, 2 runs, 5 ribbies.
Hey, just out of curiosity, Benny.
Sal Frelick went deep. I know what you wanted me to get there.
Salvatore!
Brewers! More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You should be happy Pac-Man Jones had this on his headphones, or he definitely would have pulled it up on you.
I think Pac-Man's lucky I didn't have this on my headphones.
Oh, you right.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Starting things off with a ramp closure. Yeah, we've got a closure in the stadium interchange. It's the ramp from Brewers Boulevard northbound to westbound 94. Right now it is closed, so give yourself some time. If you do have to go through there, I would probably avoid it or else continue northbound on 175. Get off on one of the exits there and kind of hang a U-ey there. On northbound 41, slowing from Watertown Plank Road all the way up towards Hampton. Southbound slowing down from Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol. And northbound 43, a heavy ride from before Fond du Lac Avenue all the way to Keith. Traffic is brought to you by Third Ward Beer Garden. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, areas of fog. It'll be mild with a low of 50. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with thunderstorm chances later on. Some may be severe. A high of 74 at the lake, 83 inland. Weather is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net. That's nealgroup.net. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Biz Expo is May 13th at Brookfield Conference Center. Learn from the experts at the strategy seminars and keynote presentation on resilient leadership. Connect with business leaders and customers at Biz Expo May 13th. Register at biztimes.com/bizexpo.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Highlight your long weekend when the Brewers kick off a 3-game series against the Red Sox on Memorial Day, featuring the best way to start summer, Dollar Hot Dog Day. Keep the summer vibes going into the week as kids and seniors can get 50% off select tickets at the game on Wednesday, May 28th. What's better than a long weekend? Brewers baseball and dollar hot dogs. Find your seats today at brewers.com.
At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
From boreal forests to blooming prairie and over 10,000 lakes,
we go for the road less traveled.
Minnesota has stunning state and national parks.
Stop, inhale fresh pine air. Yeah, I love that.
Plan your trip at exploreminnesota.com. In Minnesota, you can get the hottest concert ticket in town.
Thanks everybody for being here.
While eating some of the best food in the nation.
I think I've said yum like 85 times.
Plan your trip at exploreminnesota.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get ready for Hear Brad Out. Our guy Brad Nortman eloquently broke down the NFL schedule and what you should be looking for when it releases tonight as a Packer fan. But I know you love at 800-990-3776 chiming in on if you like this Hear Brad Out or if you don't like this Hear Brad Out. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. It's time now to send it to our punter, Brad Nortman, for Hear Brad Out.
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad out.
All right, guys.
On point.
So good. A segment that survived our dreaded meeting here, Brad Out. Let's go.
Barely. That was a close vote. We had to do a recount.
It was very close, but KBN Nation is blessed to have more here, Brad Out. And hear me out on this one. NFL schedule coming out today. It's exciting. One of the things you look at, when are the games being played? Who's broadcasting the games? Amazon, Fox, ESPN, of course. And one of the things I think about, who's the crew? Who's the crew that's calling the game, the play-by-play and the color analyst? My takeaway is there's so many crews I'm not interested in listening to. But you know what I would be interested in listening to?
Who is that?
Using AI to resurrect, sometimes literally, some voices of the past to call some games. Now, wouldn't you guys, because there are some, I love me some Greg Olson, right? And so every time I would do Greg, but there are some crews I'm like, I don't want to listen to you. I want the option when I tune into a game on TV to have it be you dump all the information, the storylines, immediate digesting of the AI, and you have iconic, legendary names calling the game. I'm thinking Pat Summerall, Keith Jackson, Brent Musburger, Vern Lundquist, and of course, John.
Wait, is Brent Musburger still alive?
Oh, yeah, some of these guys aren't dead. They're just retired.
They're just not calling games.
But some of these guys are dead. But John Madden would be the marquee primary AI voice to call a game. I mean, could you imagine? Could you imagine watching a game now and then he could give his commentary on Jordan Love? We might not have to imagine it when we hear the possibilities.
Jordan Love is a great quarterback. I love how he got this Packers off ready for week 1 against the Lions.
And I'll tell you what, it wouldn't even stop there. Every young kid wants to have John Madden say their name, to do the commentary on these games. We're depriving the current players that you can't have a guy like John Madden just glow about the type of player you are on the field. Even I had that dream, but that dream might be able to be realized once again.
Brad Nortman is a gamer. He's a once-in-a-lifetime type of punter.
But an even better guy. Have you heard his latest? Hear Brad out on KBN.
Thanks, John. I'll tell you what, you could be amazed with what you could do with AI. And I'm thinking, John Madden, AI broadcasting countless games across the NFL season. It would be easy. You dump it into the formula. You got John Madden's voice. He breaks down plays. He's talking about players. It is a win for everybody. Who doesn't want to hear more John Madden?
Brad Nortman is a gamer.
Is that legal? Can we just use John Madden's voice like that?
The estate won't come for us, will they?
I did seek approval.
From the estate?
Not from the estate.
I love it, but I don't know how, it's got to sound better than what Strofe does. John Madden doesn't sound as good as what I hope these big broadcasts could do.
Oh, I don't know. The Brad Nortman one was pretty good. I mean, he kind of pivots midway through.
Brad Nortman is a gamer. He's a once-in-a-lifetime type of punter.
But an even better guy. Have you heard his latest? Hear Brad out on KBN.
Mike chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line. He just says Bob Uecker.
Oh, no, too soon. Too soon.
No, that's him saying that he misses Uke and he would love to hear his voice.
You could do that. You put in all the Uke stories. You put in all the stats of everyone going into it. Honestly, everything is now like digitized with calling pitches and things like that. You could replicate it.
We got a creepy future coming because Brad Nortman, you're already leading the charge of trying to bring dead people back alive.
Well, they already.
You're getting a lot of support behind this idea on the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776.
They already do this on movies, Kyle. You had Princess Leia was brought back from the dead.
Well,
she was in a movie after she died.
Well, she died during the filming of that movie.
Yeah, but they had to do some other things. Like she didn't finish her lines.
I just think when Paul Walker said anything with Fast and Furious,
by far Brad's best. Hear Brad out from Nick in the 608.
We got some
Chef Ed Brad finally with 6 thumbs up.
These people lack ethics. Where's the ethical?
Lasagna chimes in. I'm behind this Hear Brad out. Here's what I will say. I love the nostalgic voices. One of the greatest things that I ever got to hear was a legendary voice of Marv Albert. Marv Albert, the voice of the NBA in the 90s, obviously. Jordan, baseline jumper, yes! He called the Elite Eight in the Sweet 16 in Anaheim when I was playing.
That's cool.
Swings over to Brust for 3! I have those forever of Marv Albert. These players, they should be able to get.
No, listen. Out with the old, in with the new. That's what it is. I mean, that's basically what it is. We gotta move on. Like, it's John Madden's a legend. He absolutely is a legend. Bob Uecker is an absolute legend. But now it's time for a new generation to have a new voice for people to become legends. We have to make space for new legends to come. That's all it is.
What if we make the real people an option, but you can kind of tune in for just a different flavor on the game?
What about the way that they have the Manning cast on ESPN2? You can have the old broadcaster
he's a
cast.
hologram. He's a hologram, and he's talking about it.
Creepy. Just
I love this idea. I'd be open to it.
Let him rest in peace. Let them all rest in peace. Let it go. No, I don't like this. Like, yeah, it's cool, but we have those memories. Like, this is unethical.
A great question from Mark in Algonquin. I don't think it's that unethical, because I think if you told me that if I died, you guys were going to be using my voice, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm living beyond the dead.
Just like that.
Mark chimes in. Do you think that young players these days even know who John Madden is?
The video game.
That's sad.
They know.
They'll be like, yeah, Madden the video game.
They'll know him based off the video game. They probably have no idea he was a coach.
Who does the play-by-play for the Madden video game now? Because when I played it was John Madden.
I could not tell you. I don't play video games anymore.
Ryan from Iguanago says Chewy has thought of this idea. You're stealing property.
Oh, wow.
When did Chewy think about it?
Oh, we're talking about stealing intellectual property. We're just stealing voices of legends.
When did Chewy think about this idea?
How am I supposed to know? Well, Chewy, I mean, this is like the second time somebody stole something from Chewy. Was it you? It's the second idea I think you stole from Chewy. Or you stole an idea from Tausch before. That's what it was.
All of us former NFL players just must think alike. What can I say?
Their excuse is concussions. What's yours?
There are 3 play-by-play announcers on Madden NFL 25. Mike Tirico.
Okay.
Kate Scott.
Oh, must be a sideline reporter.
And Brandon Gowden, who I do know.
I don't know who that is.
He is the voice of the Atlanta Braves and does Fox college basketball.
Football.
Why couldn't you get a color guy that was like more marquee?
They used to have Collinsworth on it. Yeah, it's right. Has Madden dipped?
What do you mean has Madden dipped? No, Madden's still king of all NFL.
Okay, I'm just saying. I didn't.
I loved it in NCAA football when they had Herb Street, Corso, and I think it was Brad Nessler. So good. What a trio.
Nessler and another Fowler was in there.
Yeah.
Josh from Heartland chimes in on the Carbless Talking text line from the Brad Nortman Hear Brad Out, bringing back nostalgic NFL play-by-play voices to be AI'd into the broadcast. What's next? Have AI Abraham Lincoln or FDR as president?
Might as well.
I mean,
might as well.
Not a bad idea.
Y'all want AI for everything.
Have you heard the AI music that's come out?
I have.
Like that Johnny Cash song that sings Taylor Swift. It's unbelievable.
It is really good.
It's so good.
It's really good. They got good technology.
They do. Why can't we take that?
Free technology.
And we are going to take that to the broadcast.
Ron in the Key chimes in, 800-990-3776, the Carbless Talking text line. This is a great idea, Brad.
I love the excitement, KBN Nation.
Bring back Scalzo via AI.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Now,
look.
Or you can just listen to Sunday Karma with Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace, Craig Scalzo, and Craig Karmazin.
Sometimes Greg, sometimes Craig.
So it's the Strofe and Wallace show now on Sundays?
Most of Craig was here
sometimes
this week.
Kyle.
Oh, I've been out one Sunday. I missed 2 Sundays in a row because I was on vacation.
Would you guys be okay with that if like Good Karma Brands came to us and said, you know what, just in case something happened, we're going to download your voice, we're going to put your personality into a program, and we're going to let it react.
You don't have to pay me.
You can live on.
There's a price.
You got to pay me. My family got to get money every year.
AJ chimes in. I want to hear Madden with the Edgerrin Cooper, boom, with the sack.
Ooh, now that would be good. And he's all these fun nicknames. Another person I thought of, like, again, he's still doing it, but at some point he won't. Like Chris Berman, always doing highlights. Now that is something I would also love.
He can still do it.
I am just saying, like, the time will come when he can't.
I don't like this. I think we need to move on. Now, move on.
So you're trying to rush them out the door.
I mean, I love John Madden.
I love John Madden, but once he gone, he gone.
No, it's not even that. It's just, just make room for new folks, man. Like, you got to move on. You wouldn't have gotten John Madden if it wasn't for the fact that somebody else moved on before John Madden.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I just miss him.
I think this is an overall W for Hear Brad Out.
I haven't had a W in a long time.
I'll give you a W. I don't care what Kyle thinks.
I'm disappointed. I thought, Brad, you had higher morals and ethics than this.
I think it'd be beautiful.
What's up, Barry? 99 will shine.
Kyle and Brad.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Whoa.
Say it again.
You can't play it?
Oh. That was a tease right there.
That sounded like Greg Scalzo, though.
Tease. That was a tease if I've ever heard one. Barry Sorrell on YouTube. 99 will
Greg
shine.
Scalzo here to replace Kyle and Brad.
That sounds just like him. Just like him.
I don't know.
Are you sure? Are we sure this is Barry Sorrell's dad?
Yes.
Why
yes,
is he...
actually, in fact, I learned today.
Yeah.
I learned today that Jason Wilde asked Baron Sorrell about Barry commenting on the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube channel, 99 will shine every day. And Baron said, yeah, that's my dad.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot more positive than we get from one of the wide receivers' dads. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah, I guess I can now. He love his son. 99 will shine. I like that, Barry. Any other commentary?
Yes. Any other commentary, Barry? We would welcome your no, actually, that'd be open up a can of worms because then he could go all Christian Watson.
No,
dad
I
on
would
us.
love it. I'm curious to know how confident you feel that your son can come in here and potentially have more than just 4.5 sacks.
Let's let him get on the field first.
I mean, he will shine.
Tune in to Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR benefits consultant. Behind the Bucks dives deep into Bucks and Six, a culture that was unknowingly created by former Bucs star Brandon Jennings. Take a look inside the story and the origin of Bucks and Six and how it became a rallying cry and what it means to Bucks fans and Jennings alike. Behind the Bucks, you can find it at Behind the Bucks on the Bucks.com/plus or the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcast. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher. 99 will shine. We shall see. I'm happy for Brad. I feel like you're going to sleep a lot better tonight.
I will, actually.
Actually?
To John Madden's voice.
AI voices back in broadcast. I'm for it. More next on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Corbin, Greg Scalzo here to replace Kyle and Brad.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I put my card in, I pump. When it clicks, I pull it out, I put it away, and I move on to my own.
That's what she said. Thanks so much, Old T.
She pumps and moves on with her life.
Take it out, put it in, moves on.
That's what she said.
Come on, Kyle. Keep up. That's Packers Hall of Famer. That was one of my better ones, and he's confused.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We still have a ramp closed on Brewers Boulevard northbound to westbound 94 in the stadium interchange. So heads up with that. Westbound 94 itself is backing up right out of the Marquette interchange towards 13th, and then you're back on the brakes from just past 30th Street all the way through the stadium. Northbound 41, heavy from Watertown Plank Road all the way up past Burleigh. Southbound slowing from just south of Good Hope Road all the way past Burleigh as well. And then northbound 43 slowing from about Kilbourne to Keefe. Southbound slowing from Capitol Drive down past Burleigh, and then back on the brakes from Fond du Lac down through the Marquette onto the high-rise bridge. When business brings you to Milwaukee, make the Knickerbocker on the Lake your home base. Enjoy modern meeting rooms, lakefront views, and refined dining. Visit KnickerbockerOnTheLake.com to book today. And check in the TMJ for Storm King forecast tonight. Areas of fog, mild with a low of 50. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, thunderstorms, chance of thunderstorms later on. Some of them may be severe, though. A high of 74 at the lake, 83 inland. It's baseball season. Don't let a leaky roof strike you out. Hit a home run with Avondale Roofing, Wisconsin's top choice for quality and protection. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Let's talk about Home Turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
Beat the tariffs this month at
Kunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Kunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Kunis location near you. Start your search online at shopkunis.com. That's shopkunes.com.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Tailgate season, company victory party, don't let your event fall short. V Private Bar Services delivers the winning play with expertise. We're talking custom cocktails, top shelf service, and an atmosphere that'll have your team pumped. Forget the watered down beer and basic mixers. Get the VIP treatment for your corporate events with bartenders who know the perfect pour. V Private Bar Services, where elevated hospitality runs through our veins. Explore vprivatebar.com and leave the mixing to us.
The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at uwhoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brad, were you ever number 9?
No, that was Graham Gano, number 9. The Panthers, at least.
Lasagna chimed in that number 9 shined with Hear Brad Out. So I was trying to put that together off of very...
So it's interesting, my number, really quick. So we were at the draft.
Is it interesting?
Kind of. It's interesting to me. We were at the draft, right, in Green Bay, and it's known for all the different jerseys, right? And even for a while, Strofe said, I haven't seen any Panther jerseys. I haven't seen any Jags jerseys. I was walking around, and I saw a Panthers number 8 jersey walking my way. So I said, could it be? Could it be someone's wearing a Nortman jersey? And I turn around, J.C. Horn. Of course, their star
that makes sense.
Cornerback. I was, a little bit too much ahead of myself right there.
You know you didn't get too many checks for them jerseys.
Yeah, you got like $75. Meanwhile, somebody got $60,000.
Yeah,
was it Steve Smith?
Steve Smith, $60,000, casual $60,000.
Speaking of Steve Smith, you were in the Carolina Panthers Super Bowl where Cam and Steve Smith were electric. Obviously, both very
electric during the Super Bowl.
Not during the Super Bowl, but getting to the Super Bowl. Getting to the Super Bowl. And with everything that's happened with the wide receiver room, I'd love to hear from Adam Schefter. As he was on Jen, Gabe, and Shuey this morning, he was the one that reported the meeting between the Packers and representatives of Jaden Reed and Drew Rosenhaus's new agent. And he put the report out, and now here's what he had to say about what's been said since the report is out.
I don't think they said, you're our top I think that they had the conversation. Chewy's agent just called it, hey, we love Chewy. He's our guy at the station. Oh, okay. Now Chewy's the top down. Now you are Chewy, okay? No disrespect to Gabe,
Thank you,
but you know what I'm trying to say here, right? It's word salad. It doesn't mean anything. People are reading way too much into it.
People are reading way too much into Jayden Reed, according to Adam Schefter, having Drew Rosenhaus meet with the Green Bay Packers. We welcome in 100.5 ESPN Madison from that wonderful Brewers victory, 9-5. Reese Hoskins, 4 for 4, 5 ribbies, a home run, a good day for the crew, getting back in the win column after a couple of scoreless outings there. Are people making way too much out of this, boys?
Oh, that stutter. But listen, one thing I know about when people lying, trying to make stuff up and trying to backtrack, they do stutter. Can we hear that one more time? So I want y'all to
I don't think they said you're our toppers. Like I think that they had the. I don't think
trying
they
to
said
backtrack because I broke a report that I probably.
I think that
that's stuttering. I'm telling you that's right.
That's fumbling right there.
He's stumbling. It basically, he reported something. They got a little bit more backlash. People saying, Jayden Reed's a baby. I didn't call him a baby, so don't come at me. But I'm just saying is that clearly he's trying to backtrack from the initial report that came out that Jayden Reed's agent made that contact to the Green Bay Packers and talked to the organization to try to make sure there was clarification of what his role was going to be with this football team. And how I know that is to be true is because remember last week Jayden Reed tweeted out some stuff this past last week that would make me believe that Jayden Reed was definitely in his feelings and the agent did what he's supposed to do, support and stand up for his wide receiver. And obviously, it got out, and Adam Schefter was the person that put it out. Now he's trying to backtrack. I love Shefty, but in this sense, he's backtracking.
I love Shefty,
but once I hear stuttering, listen, I said
they had the conversation.
Stop where you at, you lying.
Like I think that.
Yeah, I mean, so uncharacteristic of Schefter to do like that too. It makes me believe that, when this all came out, I believe the reception of it was pretty poor. I think people said, Jayden Reed, like we said, stop your crying. Are you kidding me? Wide receiver number 1? What have you done to prove you're wide receiver number 1? Good, but not great. I think when he hears that, seeing the public image of Jayden Reed start to deteriorate, they kind of put out there and say, let's go ahead and backtrack that story a little bit, which is totally a reasonable way to start to, dilute the story.
But 2 hours ago, Rob Demovsky of ESPN covering the Packers, who joins us during football season, great contributor Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, had tweeted out at Rob Demovsky, Packers passing game coordinator Jason Vrabel said that Jayden Reed is up to 199 pounds from 185 when he got here as a rookie. Strophy's in the best shape of his life, baby. Every offseason, baby.
Oh, that's my favorite. Yes, yes.
And has been one of the leaders in the wide receiver group this offseason. Vrabel pointed out that Reed has been helping Matthew Golden with every single play.
I'm sure he has been.
Well, this sounds like to me somebody that's realized quickly, maybe even over the last 48 hours, that if you want to get paid, if you want to stick around, you have to act a certain way, right? Because it leads me to think a little bit about my time in Carolina, and Ben was referencing it, where Steve Smith was the bona fide dog of the locker room. Not only the wide receiver room, the offense, the entire locker room. But then the Panthers go ahead and they draft Cam Newton. Now, you see flashes of greatness early on, but what you would see if you watched practice, film room, games even, was that if Cam, obviously with the potential of greatness, but Steve, being a more brash and competitive dude who would not necessarily filter his thoughts, he would let Cam have it. If he didn't feel like he was getting the targets, felt like it was an incomplete pass, you could tell from his body language and his actual words that it was kind of taking the oxygen out of the room.
Wait a minute, he used to cuss out Cam?
Oh, yeah. Come on now, Steve Smith. Come on now.
Bro, I don't care if you 6'5" and I'm 5'9". I would chop that tree down.
And nobody... And nobody, particularly Cam, would go against that. So in a shocking move, one of the off seasons, the GM
gonna sue your ass.
Let him go. And they went to Baltimore, and he did already pretty well. But basically, from there, Cam was able to ascend, and they got guys like Jericho Cotchery, Jason Avant. How about those for old?
Wow, good names. Guys naming dudes.
Those
guys naming dudes.
They're no Steve Smith.
Supportive, fostering guys for Calvin Benjamin and young guys like Devin Funchess, future Packer.
Oh, yeah.
So,
future Packer.
Yeah,
I don't know how much we can say legitimacy of.
He didn't make the roster.
Future Packer.
He didn't come to training camp because of COVID.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, that's right.
So his family was concerned about COVID, and he had signed with the Packers that offseason, so he never came to training camp and skipped the season. I don't think he's played since.
So long story short is that we think that this can be an isolated issue, a diva wide receiver, no big deal. Steve was the biggest person on the team and in the whole franchise at the time, and that still was too much to say he's taking away from the team, for at least in their opinion, and we need to get him out of there. I think that's what Jaden Reed is realizing now, knowing that
he's not Steve Smith.
And he's not Steve Smith, not even close. So you start acting like this, it's a fast track on your way out of town. And if you're going to figure out a way to get paid, you got to be valuable to the team. And you can't let that negativity and that me-centric attitude proliferate to the rest of the team.
And the thing about Jaden Reed is, again, none of us know Jaden Reed personally, but everything we heard about Jaden Reed and, all I heard was positive things.
All good things.
Former teammates of Jaden Reed said Jaden Reed was an incredible guy, great guy. And so I'm not surprised that the reaction is, hey, I'm a little upset, but I'm going to get to work and I'm going to be a leader of this football team, a leader of this receiver room, and also going to help Matthew Golden be successful, because I think he purely understands that it's about me, but more importantly is about we. And if Matthew Golden is up to speed, that means the Green Bay Packers are winning football games, and that means if the Green Bay Packers winning football games, Jaden Reed is probably going to get paid.
Getting up to speed, you can do that very quickly at the 4 Mile Plus road course at Road America. Check out Road America for all of your entertainment this summer. You can camp out on site all weekend long, and it is huge that you can enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Their concession stand, amazing. It makes you feel like you're at the State Fair anytime you're at Elkhart Lake's beautiful, beautiful facility at Road America. Spring Vintage Weekend is next here, May 16th through the 18th. You come for the experience of Road America, and then you stay and you enjoy that race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com, one of my favorite places in the entire world. You guys, even as race fans, when we go to do a broadcast at Road America, doesn't it just feel different and cool? Like
you almost T-Pain gonna be there?
Yes, they have concert series around races. I'll get to that as well. Just go look at their schedule.
Put you in a mansion somewhere in Wisconsin.
Road America.
I think I saw a clip of when that first was produced on social media from T-Pain. Wisconsin.
That's how they say it in Wisconsin, right? Wisconsin. That's what he said.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Next.
Boo.
Nailed that.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Oh, wow.
North?
Spread Eagle is way north. Way north.
Stop. You're doing the thing where you don't know what you're doing.
No, it is, though.
We don't know where up north is.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
And now, unless there's a big boy trade coming that I don't see on the horizon, Green Bay is going to run this thing back and probably pick up an early round draft pick to add to that room.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And you hope that these other guys will emerge and can add, but I don't see them making a J.R. Ewing type change.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's. At Citizens Bank, community banking is you, growing your business with a partner who gets it. It's you, buying your first home with a lender who makes it easy. It's you, building a future with savings that work just as hard as you. And it's us, working together to strengthen our community. Because at Citizens Bank, community banking means you plus us. Visit us at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
On Thursday, May 22nd, join Sharp Literacy for the 9th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 3rd Street Market Hall. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food. Top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program serving thousands of urban elementary students in 47 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
In Minnesota, you can get the hottest concert ticket in town.
Thanks everybody for being here.
While eating some of the best food in the nation.
I think I've said yum like 85 times.
Plan your trip at exploreminnesota.com. Whether fishing, floating, or boating, in Minnesota, lakes aren't just a destination.
Nice walleye.
They're a way of life.
The water is so clean and so clear, it's quite magical.
See what makes Minnesota the star of the North at exploreminnesota.com.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Breeze Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA, founder of Right Choice Tax and best-selling author on how to have less stress with the IRS. The IRS has you in their crosshairs. We are local and know how to deal with the IRS and state to solve your situation. Just the other week, we successfully removed the target on Nick to get $194,358 of taxes and penalties removed. This is why I started Right Choice Tax Resolution, to help people fight the IRS and state. You don't know the ins and outs of all the taxes they can charge you or the more than 150 penalties they can impose on you. Make the right choice and call us at 844-222-1192. We want to help so your bank account doesn't get wiped out, your paycheck or Social Security garnished, or a lien put on your house. Get rid of that stress and get back to enjoying life. The situation won't go away if you do nothing. Call us at 844-222-1192 or visit rightchoicetax.us right now to book a meeting.
Biz Expo is May 13th at Brookfield Conference Center. Learn from the experts at the strategy seminars and keynote presentation on resilient leadership. Connect with business leaders and customers at Biz Expo May 13th. Register at biztimes.com/bizexpo.
For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
It's a Weed Man Wednesday on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. Weed Man for the win.
Can't wait to get home from I can't wait for the bachelor party, but getting home, I have a goal. And my goal is to be in very good shape for the wedding on August 22nd. In order to do that, I will be utilizing the Princeton Club. And you have many locations in Madison, the New Berlin location in the Milwaukee area. Make sure you check out the Princeton Club for a better tomorrow. They provide everything you need to have a successful fitness journey. Have that strong mind, that strong community, and that strong body, all by participating, by becoming a member at the club. Free childcare at the membership, open 24/7, clean health clubs. It's an amazing spot, and they provide something for everyone to make sure they can reach their goals. Check out the Princeton Club. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strophy running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. I'm seeing more leaks on the Packers schedule. Are you seeing these two, Strofe?
I have not refreshed my page that I'm using, so give me a moment.
I've seen one that's interesting.
I still have 10, so tell me what you're seeing. I will tell you whether or not it's confirmed.
I see where they're ending the season week 18.
That is confirmed.
On the road against the Minnesota Vikings.
According to the leaks, so 3 of their final 4 games will be on the road.
4 of the last 6.
What's also interesting is...
That's a stretch right there, Brad.
That is
4 of the last 6.
Oh, but they'll get a home game on my birthday. Yeah.
Big birthday guy, Alex.
Yeah.
For
Happy
the
birthday
last
to me.
6 on the road. Is it
May
cold?
14th, and you're celebrating your birthday already?
Yeah, my birthday's on December 7th, for context. That is the Sunday of week 14.
An interesting observation, too. So they finished the season at Minnesota, week 18. Minnesota at home, week 12. So they're getting the Minnesota Vikings and J.J. McCarthy the back half of the year. I would have preferred early when he's starting getting his legs underneath him. Kevin O'Connell can coach up a quarterback. So they're going to get the better version of J.J. McCarthy than compared to week 4, for instance, when they go play in Ireland.
I'm curious to know what these last 4 or 6 games are. Are we playing in domes? Are we playing in cold weather?
They are week 18 because they're at Minnesota.
Well, we know that one.
They are playing at Chicago week 16, so that's the one on the 20th. That was the first game leak. That is not a dome. Week 15, it looks as if they are going to Denver.
Ooh! Why are you saying that?
What was that?
That was reaction.
Was nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
What are you going to go? You're going to go to the game or something?
I like the Packers.
Okay.
What's going on right
Are you
now?
having a stroke?
No, yes, that's what I'm
just
having
like
is a stroke. I'm just having a stroke.
So the other thing that I am curious about is the home opponents that they play outside of the division are tough. You got the Eagles, you got the Commanders, you have the Ravens, I believe.
The Bengals.
The Bengals, who are a scary team.
All right. Strofe has bullied me into this. The reason why I said ooh is because my little cousin signed with the Broncos.
Oh, why didn't you say that?
And if he makes,
man, that's awesome.
I know, very proud, but he still has to make the team. But he signed with the Broncos, and I will probably go down to Denver.
Now, Kyle's cousin, hold on, Rick,
free tickets.
Quick context. Kyle's cousin is former Badger, now former Michigan State linebacker Jordan Turner, who he is referring to. Now go ahead, Brett.
He makes the team. You go to Denver.
I'm
Kyle
cheering for the
Ware
Packers.
is wearing what?
Ooh.
You are wearing what?
I'm wearing Packer stuff, but I am wearing a Jordan Turner shirt. If he makes the team, yes. I'm wearing a Jordan Turner shirt.
I'll accept
but
that. It's pretty cool.
I love my Packers.
You love your Packers more than your family?
No, I love my Packers. I would.
You love your Packers more than you love family.
Crazy?
That is, if he makes the roster, that's my second favorite team.
Kyle, I won't even hesitate. I love the Packers more than my family.
When I played at Lambeau,
True Packer backer.
When I played at Lambeau, third year in Carolina, we had about 200 people there.
Dang.
There was probably only 20 that wore Panther stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't
that's a
wear
bad
Packer
look.
stuff. That's ridiculous.
I mean, but you had 200 people there, so I mean, you let anybody.
Yeah, I
come
mean,
in.
it was the nucleus of the family.
There ain't
that
no
wore-
nucleus. That's beyond nucleus. That was just people. Oh, we
They
remember
have friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was stunned. I
They
thought
were
we
going to a
wearing
Packer game.
I thought we were
That
wearing
Brad was
Panther
playing.
To watch some guy
me.
punt every now and again.
Yeah.
No, I
punted too many times. That
No,
game.
when my friend Nick Ballore, when they came in, when he played the Jets, I wore Green Bay Packer stuff. Thanks for the tickets, but and the ride, but
Wow.
Go Pack, go!
So this got me thinking. When Frank Kaminsky was on the Suns, I'm obviously happy that the Bucks won, but looking back, I think in the moment, because he was playing, that's one of my best friends who's standing up at my wedding. Like, I wanted Frank Kaminsky to win the
So
championship.
you cheered against the Bucks. You cheered against Giannis.
I did.
It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, when it comes to Frank Kaminsky, you said today in a sales team meeting, Frank will do, quote, anything I tell him to do.
Oh, wow. Tell him to do.
Do you want to stand on that statement?
I stand by it.
Said Frank Kaminsky will do anything I tell him to do.
That's pretty
How about
strong
that?
for you to speak on another
you
grown
won't even
man.
support him. He'll do anything you tell him, and you won't even support him.
What do you mean support? I won't support him. I was rooting for him over the Bucks.
Oh, you were? I was talking to Strofe.
All right, let's try this. Hey, Frank, I need you to call 800-990-3776
I was just texting.
within the next hour. Thank you.
Oh, the ultimate test. Will Frank Kaminsky truly do anything that Ben Brust tells him to do?
I mean, I hope Frank understands that Ben Brust was trying to flex on him. Like he was trying to use him as a flex. He'll do anything I tell him to. Now I can probably ask or reach out. He said he'll do anything I tell him to do. That's quite.
This is gonna be a nerve-wracking hour.
This truly.
I hope he's not busy.
And Ben, for context, said this in a sales team meeting. Ben didn't say it in jest. He literally said, because we're talking about made him believe and all the kind of stuff, and getting everyone excited for it. And he literally said, Frank Kaminsky will do anything I tell him to do. I mean, he said it so matter-of-factly that I was the only one in the meeting that said, "Whoa." I mean, I didn't. Frank's kind of a big deal, Ben.
I'm going to be looking at the phone line for the next hour, hoping that I see Francis Stanley Kaminsky III calling.
Francis is his name?
Francis Stanley.
Oh, wow.
That's an amazing name.
That is quite the name. The third, huh?
FSK Part 3, I believe, is his Twitter handle.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Oh. Will Frank Kaminsky call and take my orders? Because I didn't say please. I said I need you to do this. We're back in 2 minutes. Enjoy the Damn Sports Show and Jim Matt Molly and Madison and Beaver Dam. See you in 2 minutes.
A few things going on now. We've got, first of all, the ramp from Brewers Boulevard northbound to westbound 94 closed right now because of a crash. Then we've also got 94 eastbound, right at the ramp from Barker Road. We got the right shoulder block with a crash there. And then another one just past that on the left shoulder. Also, we've got a crash or a broken down vehicle on westbound 894 just past 27th Street. That one's got the right shoulder block, but delays back in through the Mitchell interchange. And then we've got northbound 43 on the Rock Freeway just past Racine Avenue, another broken down vehicle off on the right shoulder, starting to bunch things out through there as well. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, areas of fog, mild with a low of 50. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, thunderstorm chances later on, some severe, a high of 74 at the lake, 83 inland. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
Summer's getting closer, and Brewers action at American Family Field is only heating up. Don't miss a Midwestern throwdown between the Brewers and the Twins, May 16th through the 18th. Get a Jedi Jackson Churio Star Wars night bauble with a special theme night ticket on the 16th. Then get here early for an exclusive Brewers cribbage board giveaway for the first 25,000 fans on the 17th. Presented by 620 WTMJ. Get tickets at brewers.com.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Hit us on the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. We've been...
It's the Bo Hour at Bo on KBN.
We, in the show meeting, have eliminated the 414 hour at 4 open with Kyle Wallace.
It's the 414 hour at Bo on KBN.
It's a sad day. We had a vote, and unfortunately...
I demand a recount. A recount.
You sound like a politician.
No, there was ballots that I didn't believe were really... we didn't count all the ballots. Stop the steal, fellas.
So maybe I got a little ahead of myself, boys. What? Are we pouring one out to the 414? This is about the 414 hour.
It's a great run, Kyle.
That's not over. It's the 414.
It was a great run.
It really was.
Anytime you scream it, Stroph's going to turn your mic off. I will also, this music plays for me is because earlier today in a sales meeting we had internally, I said, what did I say? Frank Kaminsky will do anything I tell him to?
Yes. That is correct, yes.
I'm sitting with a text back after I said, hey, Frank, I need you to call 800-990-3776 within the next hour. Thank you. He has responded, but not called. He said, what's this? ?
Well, and to truly have Ben Brust correctly say he'll do whatever anything. He said anything, not whatever.
That's
anything
true.
I tell him to do.
Yeah.
It should require no context.
You told him to call.
And he did not
That
call.
phone is not rung.
He said, what is
this?
The question.
I think Brad brought up a brilliant point in the commercial break. Go ahead, Brad.
What if, to just try to put a little bit of a carrot for Frank, we allow Ben to send one emoji.
But it's an emoji of our choosing.
Yes. We get to choose the emoji.
So I've been thinking about this. I think there's two options that would give no additional context. One option would be just to send him a phone emoji, just like the emoji that looks like a phone, or the shrugging emoji.
Ooh, the shrug is really good.
I mean, the shrug probably makes him think Ben is in danger.
I was
SOS, Frank.
I was almost
There is an SOS emoji, right?
Oh,
yes,
there is
yes,
SOS.
there's SOS. I was wondering if, like, similar to Giannis, with the salute emoji, right? Because it could be saying, like, hey, are you loyal to me?
Here's something fun. Do you guys remember in COVID when people were bored, so they would play a game to see the most famous person they could get on a Zoom?
Oh.
Do you remember this?
No, yes. I do not.
Who's the most famous person one of you could get to call in the next hour?
Ooh, man.
I don't know the people I know aren't famous.
Kyle, I wasn't talking
I got
to
a
you.
decent Rolodex.
But you can't get them to call in.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, you probably have a better Rolodex than I do.
I don't know about that, Brad.
Dude, you got Greg Olson and Steve Smith.
Russell Wilson.
We said call in. Just because y'all got these numbers don't mean
Well, here's the thing. Is for Made 'em Believe, the event with Frank Kaminsky, who just texted me back a picture of somebody that I knew in high school that covered high school sports that has me thinking he has no interest in calling without any further carrot dangling.
He sent you a picture.
Just a picture of a person putting up a peace sign that I knew growing up.
Oh, you're losing him.
I'm losing him. He's changing the conversation on me.
He was saying peace out.
Peace.
This guy's just saying peace. What up, Ben? I haven't talked to you in a while.
No.
He sent a picture of somebody else, not him giving the peace sign.
That's him saying goodbye to you.
No, it's not. It's that I haven't talked to this guy that he sent a picture of in 10 years.
What's this? And then sent
a picture.
Why did he send you a picture? Isn't that like a response to you not responding to him?
Yeah, you can't respond to that picture. You can only send one emoji from now until 5 o'clock.
What emoji?
I think we should do the phone emoji.
It might be too easy, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the eggplant emoji ain't going to do much here, fella.
that one is intriguing.
I mean, the phone call would reiterate the request.
And it seems like we're losing him.
Yeah.
See, I can't do prayer.
Do I want him to call in or not? I guess that's what I haven't decided.
Send him a salute.
I would love for him not to. I mean, I'd love to talk to Frank, but for Ben to say so declaratively, Frank Kaminsky will do anything I tell him to do, and then can't get him even to call in, would just be hysterical. Phone. I vote phone emoji. It reiterates the request.
The phone emoji's too easy.
Kyle, what do you think?
I think the loyalty salute because it's ambiguous.
No, because then he's going to think I'm saluting the picture.
Oh,
I do think
saluting the guy in the picture.
Ambiguity would be fun. I'd love to find something that isn't so obvious.
Oh, man.
Ben, I will give you the ability to put 10 emojis. And here's why.
10?
Here's why.
He's going to think my daughter's got my phone.
Every number has an emoji. So it would be the 8 emoji, the 0 emoji, the 0 emoji, the 9 emoji, the 9 emoji, the 0 emoji.
I'm so confused.
Oh, what about the eyes?
The phone number and emojis is what I'm telling you to do. 800-990-3776.
Singular numbers as emojis.
If you'd like, I'll type it out for you.
Just saying, send him the phone number via emoji again.
Can you send the peach emoji?
The peach emoji?
I mean, I think he'll be like, what in the hell is he doing? And then he probably would call. The eyes, the double eyes always get you. The poo will make him say, what's going on? God.
Oh, there's so many good options. I literally don't even know where to begin.
What emoji should Ben send Frank Kaminsky to get him to call in? 800-990-3776.
But it's the goal to get him to call in because we don't
It's your goal. You said he would do anything you asked.
I know, and I'm losing.
You send like a rose emoji. You know, it's like offering an olive branch of sorts.
I'm just trying to figure out, Ben, what made you believe that this grown man would do anything you asked him to do?
Because I thought that I had him right where I wanted him.
You're not 22 years old.
Did you know there's an emoji of just an arm holding a phone?
I did see that one.
That's bizarre. I kind of like that one.
That one will be interesting because that one now is like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
I like the arm holding the emoji.
The arm holding the phone emoji. That one's pretty good. I kind of like that one.
Is it official?
I'll live with that one.
The arm holding the phone emoji. That could be taken a lot of ways.
All right, here's what I got. I have not texted back. Here we go.
Okay, send it.
Please call.
There is no chance he calls now.
That's crazy. I'm sure if I text one of my friends to call, they would call. But you, on the other hand, he's not.
Damn, is he not my friend?
I mean, he's standing up in your wedding. I mean, it's one thing for us to reach for our biggest, contact on here.
I know,
but he was standing on. Oh, hi, guys! I could get Frank Kaminsky, the former player of the year in college basketball, to do whatever I want. So whatever we need, he'll do it. Oh my gosh, he is
did not.
He
did not. Show your phone again. Did you send anything else?
No, he just sent the dang phone thing.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh. Don't he have something better to do right now?
Seriously.
He probably does have something better to do. Francis Stanley Kaminsky III, National Player of the Year in 2015. Welcome into Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. You passed the test, Frank.
You know what, Ben? This is only because I love you and that, I do have things going on, actually. But when I get a text in the middle of the call, say, hey, call this number, and then someone texts me back and says, respond to Ben and just say F you and don't do it, I can't let people soil your character that way.
Wow. See, that's loyalty. Wow. That's loyalty, Strofe. You need friends like that.
I told him to send you a swift FU, and he didn't do it. He called us instead. Well done. That's a good friend.
Frank, was this statement over the line? As we're very excited for Made 'em Believe at the Orpheum, get your tickets at uwhoops2015.com. A live event celebrating Frank and his teammates and the team that went to the national championship game. I may have overstepped our relationship, and I'll keep this brief because you are doing some things. I see you're hanging out with people. I said that I'll get Frank Kaminsky to do anything. Was that the quote, Brad?
Frank, he said in our sales meeting, quote, I will get Frank Kaminsky to do anything I want. Is that reflective of your relationship with Ben?
No, not even in the slightest.
I think Frank's mad at you, Ben.
He ain't mad. He's just a liar right now. He's a liar right now.
Here's the thing. Can I add something to that? He can probably get me to do something within reason, but not anything he wants. And Ben knows this. I can be the most difficult person on the planet. So, if you want me to do something, yeah, sure, I'll call in and do all this stuff. But if you want me to, physically go do something, the chances of it happening are, less than 1% from anybody.
Wow. And he did all this.
Except me.
Unfortunately, the test was, Frank, we're going to see if we could get Frank to call in 1 hour with minimal information. And you did.
What got you? What was it? The phone emoji with the hand?
It was the phone emoji, honestly. Right when I saw that, I called.
Yes!
It's a powerful emoji.
Didn't have to say much, and Frank, I got you right where I want you.
Would you reciprocate that energy to Frank?
Frank knows that. Frank, you know that.
Yeah, I'm more likely to be available than Ben at any given moment.
Oh, wow.
I heard that, Frank. I heard you did a phenomenal job planning this bachelor party.
Yeah, I want to follow up with you on that, Frank. How high maintenance has Ben been when planning this bachelor party?
It's not even high maintenance. It's that I'll ask him to do something. I'll be like, I don't know.
What? This man is planning all this stuff and you're not helping?
Or, Ben, no, I basically had free reign to plan whatever I wanted, so I kind of just planned all the things I want to do. So it's kind of fun.
Nice.
But every time Frank does something, it's usually fun. So why would I pick? I don't know Scottsdale.
That's the thing, though. I am boring now. So when I do get free reign to do whatever I want, I do plan all the fun stuff. So, that's how it works out for me.
Do you take Ben completely delegating the bachelor party to you? Do you take that as trust or laziness on Ben's part?
Laziness, for sure.
Oh, Ben, you have a reputation, don't you?
Well, Frank is cut from the same cloth. We famously came up with the phrase in college, we are not lazy, we are efficient.
Yes, very much so. Very much. I couldn't agree with that more.
Well, Frank's efficiency got him to the NBA. Yours got
Okay,
you
Kyle,
to
thanks. Frank, enjoy your day and say hi to Daniel for me.
I will. Sounds good. Goodbye, Benjamin.
Goodbye, Francis. Got him right where I want him.
Unbelievable.
He
Unbelievable.
is my guy.
Unfortunately,
I was going to use a different word that I couldn't use.
We can't rebuke that. Ben said, I can get Frank Kaminsky to do anything I want, and he got Frank to do anything he wanted. Plan his bachelor party, call into the show blind. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I got to be honest with you. I think it was my fault. I don't think he would have called had I not texted him. I will read you what I texted him.
What did you text?
Right as soon as you texted him, I also texted him. I said, context for Ben. He said, Frank will do anything I tell him to do. A swift FU text response would be hilarious.
Oh, my. And he overrid that?
Wow.
You tried setting me up?
He said, I'm not going to do my boy like that.
Yeah, that's your boy.
I'm glad he called in because it's good for the show.
You're off the wedding list.
And he's wow.
You tried to go.
We're doing this again?
You tried to go. You tried to go above my
Why did you
groomsmen.
Because here's the thing.
Trying to talk bad to me about me to one of my groomsmen.
Benny. Relax. Take a breath, would you? The thing is, when it comes to your wedding, I still play. Did you hear what Frank said? He said somebody. He doesn't know who I am. He said somebody texted me. So when I approach him at your wedding and say, hey, buddy, how do you know Ben? I think that's going to be awesome.
Dude, I'm telling you, you got to do that to Bo Ryan.
I'm going to.
I will cry at my own wedding of laughter.
You an uncle or what?
His ego will take such a shot.
Do you think?
Oh, for sure.
Or would he be like, oh, I was his coach? Or
no. You must be new here, you know. I was the old coach.
I was the old ball coach.
I was the old ball coach. All those guys up there, I made them.
No kidding. Good for you. What are you up to these days? Are you proud of Greg?
Which one did you coach in middle school? You got to.
You were the high school coach?
You got to go deeper on him.
All right. I think I can do that. Can I record it or would that be rude?
You should record it, and then I will tell him what happened and get the blessing to play it on air. I mean, he's like Homer now, you know? They're just
so. Hold on a minute. How do you think your fiance feels that me attending your wedding is to create content for the show?
I wouldn't want you to be my producer if you didn't do that any other way.
Man, I don't know how you get away with all this.
Right? It's crazy.
I don't know how you get away with all this.
What do you mean? Get away with what?
No, he's just wired that way, and his fiance knew that.
Knows that I'm wired that way. She hates it.
Not
I mean, she hates it. She goes, "Is any part of our life not public?"
Yeah.
And no, it is not.
Nope.
That's not how this works.
I did leave her out of a story earlier. She'll be very proud when I tell her afterwards.
There needs to be a handbook for this.
What? When marrying Ben Brust?
Ben, you started the show talking about how you poop, don't flush, to give her a surprise when she goes into the bathroom. What story didn't you leave her out of? You started the show talking about how you surprise her with the dookie.
I can't bring that on the air. I want to sleep in the bed tonight.
I can't imagine.
I've never been kicked to the couch, but this would get me kicked to the couch.
Oh, wow.
She pooped herself or what?
Now
you're going too far. Now you've gone too far.
Oh, is that right?
Leave it up to the imagination.
Be more like Brad.
More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
And I'm like, you know what? Lola the Bunny was kind of strapped.
Okay, here's as far as I'm... All I'll be able to say is I get why Bugs was so love drunk over Lola. I get it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
A couple of accidents on eastbound 94. One of them at Barker Road off on the right shoulder. Another one at Brookfield Road on the left shoulder. So definitely seeing delays coming in from Highway 16 to that point. We've also got an accident on eastbound 94 right about at 26th Street. This is off on the right shoulder as well. As far as delays are concerned, we've got backups from the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard, back on the brakes from Highway 100 all the way in past Sunny Slope Road, and from Moreland past those accidents. On the eastbound side, delays basically from 84th Street through the Stadium interchange. Just as a reminder, the ramp from Brewers Boulevard northbound to 94 westbound is closed right now because of a crash. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Key forecast tonight. Areas of fog, mild with a low of 50. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with thunderstorm chances later on. Some of them may be severe. A high of 74 at the lake, 83 inland. Tee off at Lake Lawn Resort Majestic Oaks Golf Course. 18 holes lakeside in Delavan. Whether you're a pro or starting, it's the perfect course. Book your tee time today at lakelawnresort.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Your chance to spend an afternoon on the links with ESPN Milwaukee is just a tap away. The 2025 Delzer ESPN Milwaukee Open happens July 15th at the Ball Golf Course, and we're inviting a lucky ESPN Milwaukee fan and 3 guests. Hang out with your favorite ESPN Milwaukee host, play around at one of Wisconsin's most popular courses, and enjoy food and drinks throughout the day. Open up the contest tab in the ESPN Wisconsin app and register for your chance to win this fan foursome with ESPN Milwaukee.
Becoming a truck driver doesn't have to be complicated. At Schneider, we make it easy to get your commercial driver's license and start your new career. With our CDL apprenticeship training, you'll get paid to become a truck driver in just 5 to 6 weeks and have a Schneider driving job waiting for you when you've completed the program. Plus, during training, Schneider will provide transportation, lodging, and meals at no cost to you. Ready to get your career on the road? Learn more and apply today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care recently switched to James Imaging Systems for their document imaging technology. Why? CFO Sally Parente.
Well, I think that boils back down to the service. We have a good partnership with James Imaging.
With James, you get more than a vendor relationship. You get a local business technology partner.
Oh, absolutely. I can pick up the phone at any time, contact our representative, and he's right on it.
James Imaging Systems, business technology and local support for more productivity, more value.
Definitely. We're a nonprofit here. We have to watch every penny, so we really feel very comfortable in that area with James Imaging.
Comfortable enough to recommend James Imaging Systems to others?
Well, without hesitation, I would recommend James Imaging. They won't be disappointed.
James Imaging Systems. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I'm telling you right now, KBN Nation, if you are thinking about doing some spring upgrades and you're looking at your windows, you think they're old, you think they're outdated, you think it's not energy efficient, then I'm telling you I have the solution for you, and that is Universal Windows Direct. I'm telling you, I am just astonished about how much the warm air is being kept in, which is saving me on my heating and cooling bill right now. And with May officially being the kickoff for home improvement season, you can improve your old drafty windows with Universal Windows Direct right now. And during their home improvement sale, you'll get an incredible 50% off your windows. Yes, that's half off. You heard that right. 50% off your upgrade of your home to make your house beautiful, energy efficient, and your windows only for half the cost. But it gets even better. For a limited time, you'll get no interest and no payment for 12 months. That is a whole year, KBN Nation, for you to enjoy your new windows without having to pay a single cent. So I'm telling y'all this right now. Call 414-410-2000 for your free in-home estimate today, or simply visit UWD.com. That's UniversalWindowsDirect.com. This May, celebrate comfort, curb appeal, and serious savings with Universal Windows Direct. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Stroph's time to shine on KBN starts now.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock, leading into the Homer Hour.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
Doesn't hit the same. 800-990-ESPN is the Carbless Talk and Text line, and you can see us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. But it's time now to give the show to one Alex Strofe.
I'm starting to concern myself. Starting to feel different.
Okay.
I'm starting to feel different, too, because I've never heard you talk like that.
Yeah, what's happening here, man?
I've been dreaming.
I don't like this voice. It sounds
Does this have anything to do with your Twitter poll about dreaming about work?
Dude, I've been dreaming about work all the time. I'm dreaming of scenarios that don't happen. I've had 2 dreams in the last 2 weeks of things that didn't actually happen at work that I thought actually happened. So when I brought them up to the people at work that I thought they happened with, they're like, what the hell are you talking about?
Ooh,
I think I'm going nuts.
Yeah, you are. You're going crazy.
You know, this tends to happen. Remember when I had a dream that GKB was moving to Utah?
Yeah. Maybe for the Mammoths.
It was crazy.
The hockey team.
That's right. Maybe it was the hockey team. I'm telling you what, Stroke, as a guy that dreams...
Slow down. You had a dream you were getting relocated to Utah?
No, all of us. Oh, this was before Stroke's time. I had an incredibly vivid dream that we were all gathered, the whole team, led by Greg Scalzo. He rented out a mansion of sorts. We all went into this room, and he made this big announcement that the whole team is moving to Utah, and we all had to grapple with this big decision. It was crazy. I came back in. I told it the next day. But Strofe, I dream about like...
You're due for a KBN dream.
I am due for a KBN dream. When I dream, it's not like some fantastic, wild, unbelievable type. I dream very normal situations, and I wake up confused. Like, did that happen? Because that's very believable. Whatever. So, Strofe, maybe you're trying to process something. Maybe there's something going on at work that's still,
Don't diagnose me, Brad.
I'd love to diagnose. I'm going to do it whether you ask me or not. Maybe there's some unresolved conflict that your brain is trying to work through.
I don't think that's the case.
Oh. Well, what's it about? What are your dreams centered around?
So this dream last night I had. So yesterday in the Mr. Relevant group chat we have, I added Will Summers, part-time Will. He's in our group chat for KBN. He's in all the group chats, right?
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
You don't talk very often.
He doesn't say much, but he's in it.
Yeah, watch what I say around Will Irving.
So anyway, I added him to the Mr. Relevant group chat because he does a weekly segment on there. And I had a dream he left the group chat. And so I got to work today, and I said, Will, why'd you leave the group chat last night? He's like, what are you... I didn't. What are you talking about? 2 weeks ago, after the NFL draft, I appeared on Wisconsin's Weekend News on WTMJ to recap the draft. But I had a rough phone line, so they had to end the appearance a little short. So that week, I apologized to the host of Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News, or at least I thought I apologized to her, because later in the week, I had to knock on a door and say something to her, and I realized she had no idea who I was. I never apologized to her.
Wait, Libby didn't even know who you were when you called it to the show.
Dude, you are losing it
completely.
I'm losing it.
Yeah, that's not good. You can't decipher reality.
There's a different issue for her not knowing who I was, despite appearing on her show. But I thought we had.
That's neither here nor there.
I'm being joined by Alex Stroof.
And then she called me Strofe. Shout out to her producer.
She's really good.
But she. She didn't know who I was. Like, I could tell, like, she was respectful and nice, and she understood what I was saying.
Hey, man.
I don't think she realized
dude?
I was the guy she talked to on the phone 2 weeks earlier.
Oh, my God.
And I had dreamt up the scenario in which I had apologized for my phone connection.
So
what
did you say to her? Hey, Libby, sorry again, or what did you say?
I said, hey, Libby, I've actually got this room reserved right now. And she said, she looked at me sideways. I don't think she knew who I was. Maybe it's because I got a haircut. I don't know. But, yeah, so I'm just dreaming of scenarios that aren't happening at work. That's what's going on, Brad.
So she said, who are you? You said the guy.
A lot.
I apologize.
Is that unhealthy?
Yes, something's wrong. Go to a doctor.
Something's wrong.
Go to a doctor.
You need an outlet, buddy.
That's what Josh told me. Josh DiMaggio told me I need new friends that don't work here.
You need an outlet.
Oh, do you not have friends locally that don't work here?
No, I do have friends locally. I just don't see them very much. I'll be seeing some of them on Friday.
You should prioritize them.
Yeah.
Too much GKB.
But what if I want to hang out with you guys?
Nah, we don't want that.
Speak for yourself.
Okay.
I mean, I want it.
When did we hang out last?
Me and you.
Yeah. Did we do something recently?
We hung out with his brother more recently than you.
I swear you and me did something. We hung out together.
The fact that you can't recall
both of our minds.
Well, you probably forgot because you don't know if it was a dream or reality.
That's probably the part. I do dream about hanging out with Ben Brust quite often.
That is so weird.
Did we do something recently?
No. I don't think so. It's not coming to my mind.
Maybe you dreamt that up.
No, I didn't. Dude, we did something.
No,
and
we
Strofe
definitely
was
did.
like, even Ben and I hung out.
Yeah.
Come on, it's got to trigger something.
Maybe y'all did something at Pato.
No.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Maybe
Did you
something
show
after
up
the
at like a
draft.
bar or something one time?
That happened once, but that wasn't
That was like a year ago.
Oh
NFL
my
draft.
NFL draft.
I mean, after.
We hung out afterwards.
Yeah,
We're friends.
We slept at the Airbnb. We had drinks until 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
But that's
and Strofe made a fool of himself. It was amazing.
I did.
I don't know if that counts though, because that was a part
work
of a
function.
Work function.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah, but we were
It's
at
like
the
you vacation
Airbnb.
together.
But there was
we
people
stayed
that
up.
went to bed.
And he stayed up.
And I had a choice to go to bed or hang out with Alex Strofe. One would say I just didn't want to go to bed and I, wanted some free time since I was away from being with a child and didn't have to wake up with a child.
You wanted to have a cocktail with your old pal Strophy.
Anybody else think it's weird they had a teammate Airbnb?
They also, how many teammates were at the Airbnb?
I will out everybody that was there. It was Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tasher.
Guess where old T went?
Straight to the big bed.
The master.
The master bedroom. Immediately took the master bedroom. Market manager Greg Scalzo was there.
Scalzo and I bunked. How did I not bring this up?
This is the who's who.
Did I not
of
bring
good
this
karma
up?
brands.
No.
Wait, what?
Scalzo and I were in bunk beds.
Wasn't your fiance there?
Wait.
No, yeah,
No,
but
this
she
is just men.
stayed
Who
out.
was
This is
top?
all
Just men.
Who was top? Oh,
Ben for sure.
Scals.
Really?
Yes. I said I'm not my big. Look, I get it. You're higher up in the company,
But he's little.
but you're a little guy. But it was a weird moment when I woke up after the 3 a.m. night with Strofe. And when in bunk beds, and there's the stars, like the night stars.
Now that we remember what that was, we were. I found a note in my notes on iPhone the other day from 2:47 a.m. that night, and I don't know what it means. Do you think I'll be able to translate it?
Maybe.
Find it?
Yes, please find it. But there were stars.
Okay.
Hang on, real quick, Strofe. There's stars in the bunk bed. I'm in the bottom bunk, so I look up, I wake up, and I'm in Green Bay. It's the NFL draft. I'm like, where am I? It's like, dude, where's my car moment?
Yeah,
and then I look to my left, and then I see Scalzo climbing down the bunk bed ladder, and I'm like, what the hell is going on, man?
Yeah, no. Shout out to y'all.
And then Gabe Neitzel, Josh DiMaggio, and myself were also there.
Oh, wow.
Definitely
Don't forget about Dylan.
What a boy.
Oh, and Dylan. He stayed up with us. All right, April 25th, 2025 at 2:21 a.m. I wrote the following: Packers wide receiver or Shador. What does that mean?
You're on your own on that one, bud.
What was this, Thursday night or Friday?
We were not talking about the wide receiver room in Shador.
We might have been talking
that
about the
might
show.
have been a topic for you the next day hosting
Irrelevant.
ESPN Wisconsin draft coverage from 7 to 10 at night.
That makes a ton of sense.
So me and Ben hung out once.
Yeah, and I was hoping you wrote down a note of how ridiculous you were being.
It was kind of.
I wasn't being ridiculous.
What
I was
wait, even
relaxed.
do this so embarrassing.
Gabe Neitzel and Greg Scalzo
made fun of me a lot.
And it was one of those things where it was like, man, I need to hang around Strofe more because he makes me normal.
Oh, wow. Strofe, what did you do?
I'll have to dig in deeper with
So-
Gabe Scalzo.
Did you guys stay up? Were you the only two that stayed up that late?
Us two and Dylan, who works in the
Dylan doesn't
marketing
say
department.
much, though. It's not
It
Strofe
was
and I
just
talking.
Me and Ben back and forth, and Dylan was just enjoying his cocktail.
Dylan is more on the line of us normal.
What were you guys talking about till 3 a.m.?
All sorts of stuff.
Everything.
Life, kids,
Yeah,
relationships.
Kids? Remember the 6-year plan?
6-year plan, yeah. 6-year plan.
I'm glad I wasn't there. I would have went to bed.
Why?
You guys are a little bit too
Team bonding.
Past midnight.
Brad would like to be there if it was 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah,
2 in the
sure. Oh,
morning,
day
different story.
drinking.
Yeah, I can only
oh,
imagine
sure.
you two at 2 in the morning. A lot of thoughts.
Yeah,
A lot of thoughts after a long day.
Yeah, and I hadn't slept much that week, so I was spiraling a little bit.
Yeah,
It was good stuff.
we get to break open your head and see your brain at 2 o'clock every day. I can't imagine what 2 a.m. would look like.
If you opened up our brains, there would be so much to market.
It would be so much to market, and the perfect company to help you market it is 3 Tree Marketing. That's right. 3 Tree Marketing is your go-to full-service branded merchandise agency that's going to optimize your brand and your strategy. You own a business. You have a strategy to reach your customers, your employees, future business partners, whatever it is. 3 Tree Marketing is going to help you in creative merchandising. Whenever you take your logo, your insignia, something that represents who you are, you got to make sure that it represents you correctly, or else you're just completely missing the boat. 3 Tree Marketing are experts in that. It gives you an amazing opportunity to showcase what your brand is all about. You get to work with a team that thinks outside the box and becomes an extension of your team. So 3 Tree Marketing can do that and so much more. See what 3 Tree Marketing can do for you and set an appointment today at 3treemarketing.com.
I'm not going to be able to adequately describe how big or small this is, because it could be both, depending on how you feel about Giannis. But Tatum getting hurt, get us out. That was ridiculous.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
That is completely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for a team to
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Is acceptable? Unacceptable?
Unacceptable.
Unaccessible. Wait,
what?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The Mitchell interchange has just become a big mess. We've got an accident on the ramp from northbound 94 to westbound 894 where the outer lanes are blocked. So big delays getting back to the airport spur. We've also got delays with accidents eastbound 94. One of them at Barker Road off on the right shoulder, another one at Brookfield Road on the left shoulder. Those backups coming in from Highway 16 all the way to that point. Then we've also got another accident at St. Paul Avenue off on the right shoulder as well on eastbound 94. Now, northbound Brewers Boulevard to westbound 94, that ramp remains closed right now because of a crash that happened earlier this afternoon. So watch out for those areas all being super slow, along with 43 north and southbound, 41 north and southbound through that construction zone. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, areas of fog, mild with a low of 50. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, thunderstorms with a chance of them being pretty severe later on, a high of 74 at the lakefront, 83 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
I'm Monica Kessler.
Monica makes sure that everything at Kessler's is worthy of a lifetime warranty.
The quality of your ring is incredibly important when it comes to diamond setting, ring sizing, and repairs.
Monica has been part of Kessler's since she was 6 years old.
Let me tell you how to judge the quality of the jewelry you're buying.
It's easier than you think.
All you have to do is read the warranty.
Most stores offer a 5-year warranty, but Kessler's offers a lifetime warranty, the strongest in the world.
We can do it because we put more gold in your jewelry.
When a jeweler wants to make a bigger profit, they put less gold into the jewelry. This makes it thinner and easier to break.
Theirs might look like ours at first glance, but Kessler's jewelry is made not to break, and that takes more gold.
We give you a lifetime warranty because our jewelry is made to last forever, just like your love.
Gold is more than $2,000 an ounce.
Kessler's gives you more gold, a lot more gold.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Sip into a flawless summer. Hey, it's KBN's Brad Nortman. Let carbless, ready-to-drink cocktails be your passport to pool parties, patio hangouts, cookouts, and pure summer bliss. Carbless is here to spark a summer of flavor and fun. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and of course, all the good vibes. From fruity flavors to refreshing fizz, Carbless stands out in a sea of same-old seltzers. See what flavors fit your summer. Find your bliss today at drinkcarbless.com and enter to win a flawless summer prize pack today.
Forget average. At Exterior Pros, they bring the heat. They're not here to meet standards, they're here to smash them. From the first swing of the hammer to the final reveal, they're leveling up your home with every window, every shingle, and every single detail. This isn't just a remodel, it's a glow up for your house. Built tough, built beautiful, built to turn heads. Want in? Let's go. Lock in your project now and save $3,000. Exterior Pros, where bold meets built. Trust the pros and visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274.
Discover an unreal treasure this May at Potawatomi. Don't miss your chance to win a share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings on Thursdays. Unreal treasures this May at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Your win is waiting. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
treasures. You can discover it this May at Potawatomi. Don't miss your chance to win a share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Just play with your rewards card for entries. Prize drawings are on Thursdays. Unreal Treasures this May, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Your win is waiting. More info online. It must be 21 years or older and a rewards member to play. And I look forward to being at the Weekly Wager tonight, 6 to 7, live with Greg Matzik at Potawatomi Casino Hotel in the amazing sportsbook. You don't root for injuries, but if it means it's even a small piece of the puzzle to make sure that Giannis doesn't have any reasons to be saying, I want to leave, you take the win where you get it. And with Jason Tatum tearing his Achilles, sucks.
Just even saying it, ooh.
Oh, I said that tearing his A word, since I hate saying that word. It's like a fear in life. It's a small positive, but it's a positive, and I'll take any positive as it pertains to reasons why Giannis has a greater opportunity in the East for the Bucks than he does getting traded to the West, where you have a gauntlet of superstars that are up and coming. Jokic isn't going anywhere. Ant Edwards isn't going anywhere. OKC isn't going anywhere. They're ascending. So again,
Houston Rockets are a good team.
Lakers with LeBron and Luka.
San Antonio. Maybe
I don't want to go through that mess.
No, it's a mess. I mean, you got. I think every team that made the playoffs, dang near in the West, had like 40-some wins.
And if it is the Pacers, I'm still not super scared of them if you're able to put together a little bit better roster, even if it's not this year, but the year after.
The Pacers don't have superstars. Tyrese Halliburton is a really good player.
Ooh, I think he's reaching superstar level, bro.
This playoff run is putting him in there. But this just shows you this, is that Giannis is a superstar. There is no player in the Eastern Conference that is better than Giannis Antetokounmpo. So the fact that the Bucks can say, listen, Giannis, we now have a window. Jason Tatum's gone. It's going to be on Jaylen Brown to lead that basketball team next year. You have a new hope. What we're going to do is, you're used to having Chris Middleton. You're used to having Eric Bledsoe. You're used to having Drew Holiday. You're used to having Damian Lillard. Giannis, we ain't building a Robin for you. We're going to build a roster that is based off your skill set. You will be the focal point, and you will lead this team as far as we can go. So you ain't got to worry about passing the ball to nobody else. All you got to worry about is dominating and guys around you making shots and playing hard-nosed defense, because what we've seen from the Pacers is that you don't need to have a whole bunch of superstars in order to advance in this league. What we're seeing just in a lot of different things, you see opportunities where guys don't have superstars that are winning basketball games, especially again with the Indiana.
They got a lot of dudes on Indiana, that play really well based off what their expectations are each day for how they play. And if you can do that with Giannis and find those right pieces,
he's a top 3 MVP player.
I agree. It still might be a gap year next year.
No, it doesn't need to be a gap year.
It still may be a gap year.
Look at the East. Look at who are we afraid of? Jason Tatum's not going to be there, so now it's Jaylen Brown.
But those teams are much more complete than the Bucks right now.
That's what you got to work on. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they're going to lose some players potentially as well. You know what the Pacers are. They have Tyrese Halliburton.
The Knicks are pretty good.
So, the Knicks are a team that are going to bring back their core players. So, the Milwaukee Bucks, what we thought was 2 weeks ago, it was looking bleak, but at this point, now you actually have a pathway to compete next year, and you never know what can happen depending on who emerges for the Milwaukee Bucks next year.
I agree with you, Kyle. In the short term, for sure, the next year or two, the path of least resistance is the East. But even long term, think about how young and great the San Antonio Spurs could be with all their draft picks and young stars. The Houston Rockets, Lakers are getting old and whatnot, but you look at OKC, there's just so many great teams. And I don't think it's a negative to ask yourself, what's the path of least resistance?
Absolutely not. If his goal is to win a championship,
you just got to get there, because you're still going to have to earn it once as you do get there. But you got to have as many shots as possible. Look at to send it over to the NFL. Look at all the great quarterbacks in the AFC that deserve their Super Bowl opportunity, but they have the Kansas City Chiefs standing in their way. Imagine what they could do in the NFC. So
listen,
I think
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, they would all probably be to an NFL championship Super Bowl game if it wasn't for the fact they were
totally.
In the AFC.
So if Giannis is unsure, I think it's a good small evidence, a good small argument for the Bucks to tip him back to
It's not the whole pie, but it's not going to hurt to have a slice of reasoning to say, hey, look, It may not be what we're looking to do this coming year, but if we can get past this next year and we have the cap space and work with what we have, which isn't much, we'll try and put together a team that can compete. And the key word is team to compete, not bringing in a superstar necessarily. Building a team of guys around Giannis that make the team better.
Time to build an identity.
A different type of identity.
It's time to build an identity. Doc Rivers and Horst, one thing I could say about Doc may not win a lot of championships or maybe blow a 3-1 lead, but his teams are competitive. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Doc knows how to coach up teams. He knows how to develop talent. He just can't win championships, and I feel confident in the fact that John Horst and Doc can come together. Homer, why are you making that face?
So that's not stand for Goody and LaFleur?
No, it stands for Goody and LaFleur.
No, what you said is fine for Doc. That's what Doc is. But you don't like Goody and LaFleur, and they're exactly that. They can win, but
I don't think you can compare franchises.
Yeah,
I'm talking about coaches and performance. Like, what's the standard?
I want Doc to win a championship, but understanding that the Milwaukee Bucks are going to be missing a big piece of their roster, Damian Lillard, next year. I know that Doc knows how to develop guys, and I don't know if John Horst knows how to bring in great talent.
Phil in Cedarburg, you're on the Carbless Talking text line. Less is more.
Yeah, hey, thanks for putting me through. Yeah, I wanted to get on the other day when you were talking about this gap year nonsense. You got Giannis Antetokounmpo in the point guard position on your team. You just got to surround him with some good young players, some good young shooters. You got to take a chance on guys like Kevin Porter Jr., get rid of Kyle Kuzma. I mean, you just got to surround guys like Gary Trent. We got Gary Trent for nothing last year. I mean, there's guys – you got to be smart on who you pick up. You pick up some of these guys that work their butt off and have some good shooters and want to play with Giannis, there's no reason next year has to be a gap year. Next year can be the most exciting year of the last 5 years for the Brewers, for the Bucks. I'm totally excited
I appreciate
for next year.
the optimism, Phil. I don't know if I can fully get behind this. Next year would be the better optimism of the last 5 years because it's still a challenge with what they have next year from an asset standpoint to build a team that's good enough to win a championship. It could be an exciting year of watching them build towards trying to win a championship, but there won't be a championship in 2026 unless Giannis has got Steph Curry shooting all of a sudden like Brook Lopez turned around his shooting.
Yeah, I mean, I love the idea. I think, and I do think that plan would work. It's just hard to find those guys, right? Good young players that are ready to step up and complement Giannis. It's hard to find, particularly with the Bucks' limitations.
No better way to send us off on a Wednesday than with a little crosstalk with Homer before the Homer Hour. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I was like, it's the 4-1-4 hour at 4.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the kid who got picked on the sports team. I was like, oh, you want me? No way.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on May 20th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Baltimore Orioles.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Construction Business Group. Tune in May 20th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Beat the tariffs. This month at Cunis. Get your tariff-free car, truck, or SUV before they're gone. All current in-stock new vehicles are not affected. Plus, take advantage of employee pricing and huge manufacturer discounts on select brands and models. Shop from over 2,800 cars, trucks, and SUVs group-wide from 18 new vehicle brands. Our loan experts will work to get you our best interest rate possible. And our Fresh Start financing program can help you get approved regardless of your credit.
it. Plus, you're covered by our lifetime no-fear powertrain warranty, included with qualified new and pre-owned vehicle purchases. Visit your local Cunis dealership today for your tariff-free vehicle while they last. But don't wait, because once they're gone, they're gone. With over 30 locations across the Midwest, there's sure to be a Cunis location near you. Start your search online at shopcunis.com. That's shopkunes.com.
When you don't compromise on the court, you shouldn't compromise off of it either. Lose the calories, not the taste. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Copyright 2024.
Hey Bucks fans, enjoy Michelob Ultra at Fat Daddy's Milwaukee, Rivals Kenosha, Lucky Clover Milwaukee, DJ's Goalpost Menominee Falls, and Mecca's Sports Bar Milwaukee. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC, Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Breeze Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Make plans to stop by Third Ward Beer Garden at Catalano Square. Experience Milwaukee's favorite beer garden, the perfect spot to meet up with friends in the Third Ward. Open Wednesday through Sunday with live music Thursday through Saturday. Good times and great vibes await at Third Ward Beer Garden.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. To book your next tee time, call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com. Enjoy golf. Enjoy the Bog.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Radio legend.
I don't care. I wanted to talk to Brent Musburger. That was for my own personal benefit. I hope other people enjoyed it, but I wish I was Brent Musburger. How about that?
Voice of Marquette basketball.
Joplin to the basket. He dumps it. Hammer time.
And owner of the most famous catchphrase, at least in this building.
Oh, baby, that's sweet.
It's time for Uncle Homer on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Brought to you by Higher Love Cannabis Company. Less than an hour from Green Bay and just over 2 from Milwaukee. Find your higher love at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
It is time for some Homer before the Homer Hour on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Boy, I heard the beginning of the show. Wow.
What, you don't think week 1 and week 2 are big for the Green Bay Packers?
I'm talking about bathroom talk.
What, Alex Strofe taking a dump and forgetting to flush?
That's not it.
What?
I can't believe what you said you did.
Oh my God!
I'm just telling you. I can't speak for male versus
more
female.
like
but if I
Brad.
was dating someone who did that, it'd be the end of the relationship. Done.
I mean, you're right.
Over.
It's crazy.
Over.
Somehow he gets away with it.
No,
And, well, he gets away with it consistently. It wasn't like a one-time prank. This is all the time.
It's not all the time.
In his goodness.
Fair.
No, about some things you can be perfect. It's over. But there's so much there.
If I was 99 out of 100 and that was the one thing that I did that was bad, you wouldn't be able to stay with me?
You at your best are just incredibly good that people accept some of that stuff. It's amazing. And it's not amazing. It speaks to...
It's amazing.
No, it isn't because...
Homer, imagine if your wife...
Is there something wrong with her or me?
Yeah, no, imagine if your wife...
No, she likes all the other things about you so much that you can get away with that.
I mean, it's pretty
amazing.
It's pretty gross. You gonna do that to your daughter too?
No.
You say that
Absolutely
now.
not.
You're a trickster. Once a trickster, always a
I mean,
trickster.
we have other things about peeing.
Yeah.
But anyway, no.
But I've stopped peeing in Gatorade bottles.
There's...
The bar is so low.
It was a bad time.
On the other hand, it has to be so high, or people wouldn't rub. For example, if I did that, I would have expected my partner to dump me.
Yeah,
no pun intended.
Very reasonable.
If they did, I'd go, I get it. I got no defense.
So if she said, next time that I leave a dump in the toilet for her to see, the wedding's off, you wouldn't be surprised?
Yes, I would be surprised because I don't know the specifics, but I know how great you are and the other positive things you have that it wouldn't matter. So, and that's amazing.
You should be on the couch, though. If you're listening, Ben's fiance, if he does that ever again, put him on a couch. You just say, Ben, couch.
We have a guest bedroom.
He needs to get
can't stay there either.
He needs to get like punishment, like a dog, right? You have to teach them.
I
this
think there are
behavior is not
probably
acceptable.
Put his nose in it.
No. I think we're underestimating. There are probably other things as bizarre.
Oh yeah.
To think that this is the only one is not
the
possible.
peeling of my fingernails and toenails that I leave around.
So yeah, I marvel at your greatness. You know, like I'm sure average people couldn't get away with it.
Oh, wow.
That's
You think
my
he's
theory.
above average, huh?
Yes,
have you
without
seen
a
me?
doubt. Without a doubt.
Jeez.
Maybe she's just what is it, punch love drunk? That's what they call
No,
it?
I don't know her that well, but I know her enough. No, it's not.
Blindly drunk
Yes.
in love.
Again, I
Put something in her coffee every morning.
no, I think it's hard for both of you to realize, but the positives have to be so good.
They're huge positives.
They're normal size positives.
No,
Huge
no.
positives.
Love can be blinding. People stay in relationships as she should stay with Ben. But people stay in relationships despite so many flaws just because their heart's attached to it. You can't control it. She can't control the fact she loves. I bet you she just looks in the mirror and says, I don't know why I do this. But I just love him.
I refuse to believe that she's ever said that.
She has never
I don't
said
think
that.
she's ever said that.
No, she loves her some Ben Brust. I will say that.
She's right, because
she
there's got to
adores
be
Ben.
things that are so good and so many of them to go, okay, all right. Hey.
Hey.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Hey.
Homer, do you believe that week 1 is bigger than just a week 1 this year?
No, but I can see how you would sell it that way.
It's not a sell. It's the truth.
No, it's not.
No, wait,
it's
Homer,
just
did we-
1 out of 17.
Did week
No,
one
it's
against
not-
the
it's
Eagles
not
matter
1
for the
out of
Packers?
17.
Wait, Homer,
No,
wait.
that's
Did
not the
week 1
case.
against the Eagles matter for the Packers in hindsight?
What?
In hindsight, did week 1, the Packers playing the Eagles in Brazil, did that end up mattering?
No.
You don't think the Packers win that football game, it sets a different tone?
No. They play 17 games. You get to watch that team all season.
Yeah, but it set a tone of not rising to the
I will
occasion
defer
of
to
big
you on your
games and-
teams. On if one
Well,
game that
how about-
set a tone.
How about this, Homer? Though, but
It
the
may
Lions
have set a tone, but then you got to do it the rest of the year to prove that that's the team that
Have you heard
are.
of confidence?
What?
Confidence?
No, that's overrated.
But they're a pretty,
You know what's the
they're a
most
pretty
important
young
thing?
team, though.
Talent. Talent.
Talent
The
and
issue
confidence
is
is a
talent.
great addition.
No.
But everyone's got
Confidence
talent.
is way talked about too much.
Talent can only take
Don't
you
matter.
too far.
Well, it don't matter how many players had the
There's a
confidence
million
to shoot
people.
like this guy. They couldn't shoot like him.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
but-
a lot of them. For you guys, I'm curious. Brad,
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think like you have talent, and then confidence continues to fuel that talent to lead you to be able to step up to the
after
occasion.
you win.
Yeah, that's
What's
why,
important. What keeps the confidence?
But that's why winning week 1 against the Lions matters because
All right.
this team
You can show talent and gain
you were
confidence.
on these teams.
Yes.
I would say that when you rate the teams, you rate them almost exactly, automatically on talent.
Yeah, talent's a huge driver for sure. But like talent and cohesion can fall apart. Right? You need a little bit of affirmation that talent is working, that you've created a winning culture, that you are indeed, of the NFC North
I want
supremacy.
the team to be good enough that if they get their butts kicked the first week, they can still come back in the next 16 games and win 10 or 11.
This year, I was in a camp that you were last season, but now when I look at this year and what the Packers
They have
did
some
this past
demons.
season, yeah, they have some demons that they have to go. Yeah, but Homer, they went 0-6 against really good football teams last year.
Because they weren't good enough.
Okay, so coming out of the gate, beating the Detroit Lions at Lambeau shows them that, you know what, we are better than last year, and let's keep building off it. It's a great confidence booster for a young roster.
That tells me you got a fragile team.
Yeah, but they're young, Homer. They have very
They're
little
not-
experience.
But they're not